Alright guys, hope you're all doing well. It's go time. A little bit of Age of Empires. I know it's been a while, but I'm excited to get back and cast some battles here. So today the game plan is to cast probably 2 matches, maybe 3 depending on how quick they go, because obviously the new Kingslayer format is very, very fast. So we're going to do it. And let's see who messaged me. Prime is going to do it. Alright, Prime's got it. So Prime, host, go ahead and do Mega Random. Random Kingslayer. Alright, so Prime's going to be our host for the first match of the day. And we should be good. Prime's actually been playing in Total War tournaments, so pretty cool to see the crossover. I love seeing it. It's fun. We've had a couple Age of Empires players who started off in Age of Empires come over to Total War and do very well, which is very fun to see. You can do second game. Alright. So we got Tron doing the second game. Prime beat you to it. Alright. So Prime's going to go ahead. You appear as offline at the moment. Maybe need to fix that. Okay, cool. So we're all set. So thanks again for joining. It's been a hot minute. Let's do it, man. Let's have some Age of Empires. Let's see what evil schemes have been developing, what new legends will rise here in the old haggard FFA pits. I definitely like the FFA with the kings a lot more. I think it's a much more exciting format. You know, turtling is, you know, having the kings, I think, I like the aggression being rewarded. I think that's probably my favorite element of that. Because turtling and just building wonders, it's fun and all, like the wonder holds, but sometimes it can get a little bit stale, in my opinion. Sounds good, Arena. Sounds good. I'm sure we'll learn the meta as we go. Yeah, try and get in the game. We'd love to see you. All right. Fixed. Okay. And then we'll get Tron hosting the second game, which should be totally fine. Got a couple friend requests here, so let's get you guys added. All right. So Prime has a lobby up right now. You should be seeing it soon. Let's go ahead and look and see if it will pop up. Yeah, it's probably, yep, Prime's game right here. So you can see Mega Random over in West Europe. You can see we got Prime, Tron, Zerenium, Nani Ori, and Emperor Jaren so far. So if you guys want to jump in there, that is going to be our first match of the day. And it looks like there's still 3 spots, so it hasn't filled up super quick. So you guys got a little bit of time. Hey, everybody noticed Palpatine on my list. Is it open for all the games are open for anybody, yeah. It's just first come, first serve. So the lobby is currently being hosted by a player because I'm not going to be playing in it. I'm going to be casting. Just trying to rest the old man hands, you know. If you're in game 1, we'd get a diff host. Let's turn off that little air conditioning there, and we're good. I'm a financial tyrant. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's better than me. Fear the tyrant. Hey, Frost, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Turin, can you post the thumbnail as an image? What you're saying? You want the thumbnail? Yeah, if you message me in Discord, I can just send it to you. My hands have been giving me some issues lately, says Arena Emperor. Yeah, it's a pain. No, it's just because I do a lot of different games, you know, and it can. And if I want to do stuff later tonight, I need to, like, if I want to paint miniatures tonight, I need to rest my hands. So, literally heading up from work. Right on, Jordan. Well, hopefully we'll see you in some of the later matches. Reporting from the toilet. Is Dune still viable? Yeah, I'm planning a Dune stream this week, actually. Yeah. I'm just having so much fun with Total War right now. A lot of fun. So that's mainly been why you haven't seen as much as the other games, but it'll bounce out again. It'll come to a time where we're rotating more evenly between the games we're covering. Dune definitely could use for an update. Same with Age. I think it's about time we get a little spice, you know. I don't know if there's any whispers. Have there been any whispers of new civs being added to Age of Empires 4? I think that'd be really fun. I haven't played any ranked this season, actually. I haven't played a single ranked game. Yeah, so I didn't play a placement match, did I? Oh, maybe I did. Shit, I guess I won a placement match. I don't remember doing that. What the hell was that? Custom victory. Yeah, so those were FFA matches. Solo ranked Rocky River? That was like 3 months ago. Last time I played a ranked game. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Well, anyways. Went 2-2 in the Warhammer Noob tournament today. Hope to join more. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I gotta host more of those beginner tournaments. Even if I'm not gonna like stream them, I think it'd be good to just host them on off days. Oh shoot, I random and got my civ. Right on. You got the advantage. All right, so let's go ahead and find Prime, and then we're going to load in here and cast this old game. Here he is. He's got the Canadian Beaver as his avatar. Do I plan on doing a Warhammer 3 campaign? Not really, no. The campaign doesn't really call to me. I prefer multiplayer. Since the shakeup of the parent company, Age has been in a drought of updates and news. Okay, got it. Restructuring right now. Okay. Well, hopefully we get something. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in our first match of the day. It is going to be Prime on the Japanese, Tron on the Holy Roman Empire, Zerenium on the Order of the Dragon, Naniore on Jeanne d'Arc. We have the Abbasid dynasty, who's going to be helmed by Emperor Jarin, or Rakovaz here on the Holy Roman Empire, Roof on the English, and Tommy PG on the Order of the Dragon. Seems pretty popular. A lot of Sigmar play. We got basically 4 Holy Roman Empires. Of course, there are 2 variants of them in the Order of the Dragon, but makes sense. I think that especially Order of the Dragon really does benefit from the population increases. So if they can goon you, ride in with a bunch of, alpha striking, knights in Castle Age or Imperial Age going fast imp, for example, and just surround your king in the town center, I can definitely see them booming up and being very scary. And Japan is obviously great. Good luck hiding your king when 30 Ozutsu roll up to your town center, your keep, and just give it the dirty, right? So I like all those plays. Yeah, Age of Wonders 4 is getting an update this month. We'll be playing that for sure. I'm going to be covering that. I'll at least have a couple streams of it. It'll be great. I think it's like an Eldritch DLC, so it's kind of like Lovecraft theme, like Cthulhu, Outer Realms, Elder Gods, all that kind of stuff. So that looks very, very fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you all once again. And oh my God, do we have a wild one here? Look at this spawn. Spawning on the far west side of the map, it's going to be Roof on the English. And there's a long, does this go all the way down? Oh my God. Oh, this is truly forbidden. So the English player, Roof, I think, could go down this long alley, mine out the trees, and potentially build a wonder, which someone would have to come through this choke point all the way down through like 50 layers of walls. Dude, that is a wild, wild spawn. Although maybe somebody could lumberjack through here. It kind of looks like maybe the orange player could, Zerenium. This is pure evil, this spawn over here. Granted, you know what really is not good about this spawn? Is if Roof loses the fight to Naniore, then Roof is going to be trapped back here with no gold. But if you're going to be a civ that's trapped, you want to be English because they can get 1,000 gold a minute just from their farms pretty consistently. So overall, not bad. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. And then we have Naniore on the French over here. Naniore, the biggest play for Naniore, hands down, would be to come back here and kill Roof and take out the English, right? That would be the strongest play. So down to the south, we do have Tommy PG. Tommy is going to be on the Order of the Dragon, and it looks like Henry IV scouting the woods, preparing battle plans for the future. And over to the east, we have Rakovaz here on the Holy Roman Empire. One of the weaker spawns, unfortunately. He certainly didn't luck out in the lottery game, but his best plan is going to be trying to take out Tron in the north and expand that way and take that corner, because that is a really, really nice choke point. Up in the north here, we have Tron on the Holy Roman Empire. Tron looking mighty powerful, and yeah, he's got a nice little corner spawn with 2 golds too. The problem with the blues, oh no, blue has 2 golds too. Okay, so it's not going to be so bad. He'll be okay. But it is the Holy Roman Empire here. And now we have the Dark Lord Prime, one of the top-ranked FFA players in the world here, ready to rock his Japanese. And he is going to have, who's his emperor? Oh, he's got Odu Nobunaga, the classic. Okay, so he is going to be getting some, I probably would imagine, fast castle with like knights. I don't know what his meta is or what he plays, but that's a very powerful strategy. Japan's fast castle is pretty nuts. And then you could just pump out the mounted samurai and take down somebody's king really quickly. And, it is part of the meta in this format to go after players who you think aren't as experienced as you. It's very ruthless. You just go after them, and if they're a little bit behind, you can definitely catch them while you're castle and they're feudal and they don't maybe build a lot of defenses. Whatever. Although maybe he's going to go 2TC. The way it's looking here, he's hitting that lumber pretty hard. And over to the east, we do have Emperor Jarin. Jarin's got a very nice spawn too. How many golds does he have? He's got 2 golds. It seems like everybody has at least 2 close proximity golds. This is a sweet spot, though, right here. This is nice and juicy. We got trade posts, we got relics, we got just fat, veiny, thick gold veins all over the place. But man, oh man, orange, I think, actually, now that I look at it, yeah, Zerenia might straight up just have the best spawn, right? Look at this. This is pretty nuts. Like, you have a tiny choke point here. Oh my god, and Zerenium has this entire deposit to himself. Zerenium should be the most favored. If all the players are equally skilled, Zeranium should be the most favored, hands down, right? You have a choke point here. You just block this off. You take the trade post, which you can go here to here and probably get like 50 gold. And on top of that, you have all these gold veins and potentially naval trade options. You can trade up the coast. Granted, the naval trade isn't like super far, but yeah, he's like the only one who's on water right now. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we got Rakawas and the Holy Roman Emperors in the north setting up there, and over to the east, it looks like Prime is aware of the fishing. I think he discovered it a little bit late, and that's why we saw Prime do the hard switch to all the lumber. As soon as he saw the water, he was like, oh, I gotta go play that. Yeah, but Rakawaz's spot, oh, dude, I love the instincts by Zeranium. Really, really like that. Zeranium, beautiful, beautiful, yeah, securing of this area. This is big. And I wonder if somebody's going to go for Zeranium first. It's certainly not going to be easy. And Zeranium might actually get all of Tommy's sheep too, because this is going to be walled off soon. I think there's a villager hustling up there to do it. And the scout is probably going to be heading up there trying to escape, but isn't going to be able to. So I guess that scout's just going to be running around with 12 sheep, maybe hiding in the corner here. We will have to see. What's this map seed? I have no idea, but this one is wild. Yeah, Zeranium's definitely got the best situation here. Getting access to all these big gold veins, like by yourself. Oh man, and fishing too. Because not everybody has fishing, right? There's a handful of players here who are not going to be fishing. But I would imagine there will be some Mortal Kombat rather quickly. You know, this new game mode certainly rewards that. Prime is going to be hitting the Feudal Age, and probably a very fast Castle Age too, because of the fact that he gets the Japanese fishing boats. So Japanese fishing boats are very cheap on the lumber, so you don't have to invest a lot in the lumber economy to have a good fishing economy with Japan. So they're going to be booming with food very effectively. We're going to see the Kora storehouse pumping out some farms as well, and he is going to be doing quite good. Quite good indeed. Over to the east, the House of Wisdom, it would appear it has reached the second age. Yes, it has, and it looks like he went with the military wing. Okay, is this going to be some crunk early kills? Okay, interesting. So check this out. We have Emperor Jarin. I think Jarin knows that he's got a tough opponent in Prime over here, so he's going to try and use the element of surprise, which if he's able to make 3 or 4 battering rams, I mean, even Prime can bleed. So yeah, he might be able to get some work in. Prime, however, what will his response be? He's still a way far off Castle Age, right? He's got 15 on wood right now, obviously going to be investing heavily in fishing, but if he invests too hard in fishing, doesn't build any military. Now, I think this is a small mistake from Jarin. I think that Jarin needs to probably get 2 or 3 battering rams before he commits, because Prime is a Conqueror level player. I believe Prime is Conqueror too. He's very good. And if you just show up with kind of a limp noodle attack with 1 battering ram and a couple troops like this, the town center plus good villager micro is going to be able to stop you. Whereas if Emperor Jarin comes in and gets like 4 battering rams and just goes ballistic, Prime might actually die. Like you could potentially take out the town center and the Kora storehouse. We do see a barracks coming up. So Prime knows it's coming now. Okay, so yeah, this isn't going to work. I think Prime's going to shut down Jarin here. So Jarin's going to get in, and he's going to prison shank some of the villagers, and 1 villager does go down, but immediately you see the military buildings, archery ranges, and barracks coming up, so the element of surprise is gone. And there is going to be a second ram coming, and what type of military do we have here? Is he just producing out of archery range? That's not bad. I mean, mass archers, probably, if you're going to be all-inning on somebody like this, you probably want at least 2 military production buildings. He did stop building his ram too. But this is going to be a tough one. I think Prime is going to hold it. He already has the Samurai coming out. And Samurai will be pretty good, especially if he gets an armor upgrade early. The Iron Undermesh, he could probably rush that, and then he would be very durable against the archer units. So we'll be back to that conflict here soon. We do see the blue player Roof securing his nice, lovely little corner. Kind of a cool spot. You could actually get some like mangonels or springalds up on that hill, and they would provide some nice supporting range. But yeah, all's peaceful here. Naniori just chilling out, doing John Dark things. Over the east, Rakawa's not doing a whole lot either. Everybody's just building up. We do see, oh, Tron with the burger. That's going to be a brutal one. Okay, I think we're going to see a dead Rakawa's here. That's going to be tough. Rakawa's has invested in water, which for the long term would be good. But we do see the Burgrave Palace coming, and there's going to be a hell of a lot of men-at-arms coming out soon, and that's going to be a big rush. All right, the battering rams are in, and they are on the TC. A lot of villagers going to be garrisoning here, and we do see the first samurai being focused down by arrows. They do have 3 ranged armor, respectable, but overall they are going to be a focus fired by all those archers. And man, if only there was 1 more battering ram, we'll see, because the TC is going to kill all these archers in tandem with the Japanese archers, and then the villager micro of Prime is going to be good enough to stop this. So I think that Prime is going to be very far ahead, considering that Emperor Jarin doesn't have water. But he is getting nice work. See what I'm saying? If there was like 4 or 5 battering rams here, this town center would be almost dead. And he popped his king out. Okay, he put the king back in, or the emperor, excuse me. The shogun. It was the shogun, yes. So the archers emerge, a couple more moving in there. Battering rams are getting cooked pretty good though, and the town center is not near, not even close to really dying. It can be repaired pretty easily, and you can see Prime's got that high conqueror level villager micro when it comes to defending TCs. This is something that if you want to be a high level conqueror player, or even mid-level conqueror player, you need to know how to defend against rams. And Prime, I don't think takes a single villager loss, and we're going to be seeing Emperor Jarin. I think if you're Jarin at this point, you have to beg for peace somehow. Although we do see Prime getting raided by Rakawas here. So Rakawas coming down and shutting down Prime's food economy. That could actually give Jarin a little bit of a reprieve, which he needs. But now it's going to be a reckoning as the men-at-arms are coming in from Tron. And Tron is going to be buttering some of that sweet bread, probably. The only thing is Tron needs to consolidate his men-at-arms, probably. Yeah, he's got a steady stream of burger boys coming down. It looks like the production has been halted, but now there's going to be more. They are 100 food a pop. And he didn't get the ranged armor upgrade, which is a bit of a blunder. Typically, if you're going to be doing a men-at-arms burger all in, you're going to want that. So he's just trying to get men-at-arms down here to dive. Meanwhile, he shut down his opponent's gold. I think eventually the burgering will continue. Did Teal die? Where's Tommy? Where the hell did he even go? Okay, so we see Tommy. Okay, he might have just left the game. I don't even know what happened to him. Yeah, he might have left. I have no idea. I don't think anybody killed him. I think he just left. Maybe he disconnected too, but it looks like all his buildings were just, he had like destroyed his own buildings. Yeah, there's no peripheral damage on any of these. So maybe he had to go or something, who knows. But we'll get back to the action here. So we do see the Burger Palace trying to dive in here. We do see a valiant hold by Rakawas, but the whole problem with this style is where you have all your villagers garrison shooting at men-at-arms. Oh, they now have the ranged armor upgrade, okay. Is the fact that his entire economy is idled, right? So we can see the Holy Romans just, you know, gather a Dread Legion. Looks like they're going to be grabbing some relics now as well. And over here, Prime has successfully held off the aggression. We see more houses coming. And Emperor Jarin looks like he's preparing for round 2 and finally building more military. See, he's got multiple units queued up here. Yeah, he's got horsemen coming. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and Prime got set back pretty good. I mean, having his whole fishing economy harried by Rakawas definitely will give Emperor Jarin a little bit of a chance. But I think the Holy Roman Empire here of Tron is going to get its prize eventually. It's got to be tough though. They're gonna have to get more of a critical mass. And right now they do have 7 of them, which is pretty good. And need to keep green off gold. Is green anywhere close to aging up? Not really. No. 12 on food, 5 on gold. Men-at-arms coming in should be easy to shut those guys down. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea for yellow just to come up here, kill the tower, kill these houses, and then like slow push your way down. Because he's idling pretty much everywhere. Yeah, you can see a couple men-at-arms slip through the woods here. Looks like there was a bit of an opening. They get back there, they kill some villagers, and now we're going to be harrying the towers, going after the houses. Emergency repairs make it a little bit harder to do this, but yeah, Tron needs to just consolidate, get like 500 units, you know, with Castle Age tech, and then move in. Purple, kill, steal, teal, Scout King. Oh, are you serious? Hang on, did Naniori get the kill? Did I miss that? So I think that maybe Tommy was scouting with a king and he ran into Naniori? This is what happens when you don't share the water. Yeah. Okay, somebody in chat saying, maybe I missed it. Dude saw a spawn and dipped. Purple killed the teal king. Okay, so maybe Purple did get the kill. The king could have been scouting and he could have forgot to bring it back to his base. I've seen people do that before. It's not out of the realm of possibility. And now we see the siege engineering coming in. This is going to be the end of old Rakawas here. That is for sure. Emperor Jarin's got a lot of aggression here. But we're about to see Castle Age Prime, and he's going to put his Yorishiru probably in the barracks and triple produce Samurai, basically, a triple rate, which is going to be very nice. Yeah, Jarin doesn't have much time. He's got to go for like one last all in here because this Castle Age is going to be very tough to contest. We see relics being grabbed here by Tron, and is Tron going to get it? Looks like he does manage to get the relic. He's going to be bringing it back to his base. The battering rams are here to feast, and a second battering ram is going to be built by Tron, and that will be most likely a king kill. I mean, if you're playing, if you're Rakawas, you could grab your king and run him down to a transport ship and try and maybe become a foreign king and run away. Who knows? You do see the relic being brought back. A couple of villagers for Rakawas. They're going to be hunting him down with their prison shanks. Probably going to get the kill on this guy. The prelate is very, very beat up. He's been shanked many times. It's like a movie scene. Although these villagers are just heading back to the base. It makes sense. Looks like marching drills is also done on these men-at-arms, and we're going to be seeing the Aachen Chapel getting the battering ram of the gods now. And there are some men-at-arms here to defend those battering rams. And yeah, this is going to be tough. I think Tron is going to be able to probably close this battle out. In the meantime, Prime is going to be duking it out with Emperor Jarin. Prime actually walls him in, which is very funny. But yeah, Prime's now getting mounted samurai and Castle Age archers, probably. Has he gotten the archer upgrade yet? Let's go ahead and double check. So we're going to look at Prime's perspective. We see the Daimyo Manor being made. Okay, so that's pretty big. That's going to give a much more durable town center. And the Mounted Samurai are on the way in. Granted, Mounted Samurai can be defeated by feudal units, especially the Abbasid spears. They do have the phalanx, so they could do some respectable work. It depends on how well... Oh, the horseman flank! I like that. That's clean. A lot of these villagers going to get hairy. Dude, what if we see Jarn get the kill here? That would be really, really impressive. Granted, those Mounted Samurai are just giving the filthy business to these archers. A lot of casualties going down. However, Prime is taking some economic damage for sure, and we see the Rams going straight for the town center. No mercy. Is he forgetting some Rams? I could have sworn he had more. Maybe some of them were destroyed. Yeah, it looks like a lot of them did get destroyed here. But the Mounted Samurai dominating the fights, and I think they're going to be able to clean this one up. There's not too many Spearmen left, if any at all. We do see the Camel Archers, which is a nice tech. It will lower the damage of the Mounted Samurai by 20%, but overall the Mounted Samurai look like they're going to get the job done, but it does do some respectable damage. Prime maybe took some villager casualties. Up here, we do see the town center of old Rakawas going down here. 2 battering rams and the men-at-arms. They're ready to go. Now, over here, we see the English attacking into Naniori. So what's a more iconic duel? The English and the French. But the English emerge from their mountain keeps, a White Tower proxy kind of up on the front lines. This is going to give them a decent fallback point. If the White Tower had been a little bit further up, that would have been better, because then you could park trebuchets under it and nail the opponent's base, but even still, it's not bad. And it looks like the French army is slowly being defeated by the forces of Roof. Roof's men-at-arms and longbows are doing well. They're getting villager kills, and this is going to be a tough hold for Naniori, for sure. Nani is still in the feudal age. Going with the double town center build is going to make Nani a little bit vulnerable here against, you know, a 1TC fast castle push. But we will see if Nani's going to be able to stabilize it. Obviously, Nani's eco is probably better. We do see 49 economy for Nani against 48, so not really that much better, because he's been taking villager casualties during this fighting. So fights pretty much erupting all over the place. Meanwhile, down to the south, Zerinium just chilling out, really not doing a whole lot. But the problem with, if you just chill in your base and don't get involved, Jeanne d'Arc is going to get picked off here by the archers. English longbowmen showing that they are the kings of the archers. You know, if you're just chilling down here, what I was going to articulate is that you will just be behind, because everybody's going to get population increases and you're not. So where is the king? The king is in here, and it looks like the Holy Roman Men-at-Arms of Tron are hitting that town center pretty hard. This should be the end. Burger Palace still pouring down here. We do see more upgrades coming in. The wedge rivets. It's going to be giving even more ranged armor. And yeah, this is, oh, a good micro here from Rakawas. He pops out with his dudes and does get a nice little torch. Oh, we see the, is that king going to make a run for it? No way. Oh, he's teasing with the king. The king like popped out. Oh man, is he like juking him to the other side? This is some sweaty micro here, man. Look at this. And it looks like he's going to get the ram, but every time he does that, he does take some beatings on his villagers. Yeah, and the town center is very, very close to dying. We see another ram being built here. Meanwhile, as expected, we do see Prime return the favor. A shout out to Emperor Jarn, though. Emperor Jarn put up a good fight there, you know. Very, very tough opponent here in Prime. I faced him many times myself. It's never easy. And in this case, though, Jarn is going to die. He needed to build up more of a critical mass before he showed his hand. When he showed his hand and only had 1 ram and like 5 units, it gave Prime plenty of time to react, which was a big, big problem, right? You got to build like 3 or 4 rams and, you know, 10, 15 units and then show up. And then Prime probably would have died if Jarn had done that. It would have been a bit of a different beast. But nonetheless, the town center here looks like it's getting torched by the Holy Roman Empire, and the English were pushed back by the forces of Naniori. Naniori valiantly defending their lands, but now we are going to see the counterweight trebuchets start to tee off in the town centers. The English army is not big. Why is their food not better? Yeah, they need way more farms, and it looks like that's their plan. The English should be just drowning in food, for sure. That shouldn't be one of the issues that they're having. But yeah, we do see the trebuchet shooting in. Could be run down by some knights, but they would be counterattacked by the White Tower. And over here, Sacred Site captured by Prime, so a little bit of passive income is being had. And where is Prime? Did he leave? It looks like he might have left. He pulled back from Jarn's lands. Now, I think the Mortal Kombat is continuing here. The king is still in the town center. Villagers do get the... Man, this is some scrappy micro from Rocco here. He's very scrappy. Okay, the king is out. Frederick Barbarossa is going to have to make a run for it. Is Yellow paying attention? We do see the king right here, and the men-at-arms are just butchering the villagers right now. We have some launch necks in there, and now the king is going to get maced in the face. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Prime! Did Prime steal it? Oh, that's so dirty. Oh, my God. Prime is so evil, bro. He comes in and all that work that Yellow is doing, Prime just comes in and steals it the last second. But to be completely honest, Yellow had that. He just reacted very slowly. The king was out in the open for a good 10 seconds. He could have easily moved over with all of his men-at-arms and taken that. And yeah, dude, that feels so bad for Yellow. Oh, God, that feels so bad. He worked all game for that, man, all game, and then he just comes in and gets absolutely dicked by these cavalry. Oh man, now Prime's just gonna go kill him probably. He's just gonna roll up there and just run him over. Oh no, dude, that feels so bad. Boo this man. Prime is such a villain. He's such a villain, dude, and now he's going to be moving up to the north and probably just easily steamrolling this. I mean, Yellow was on death's bed, like, just barely getting in there and getting the job done, but now he's going to be raided by a mounted samurai army. That was brutal. That was brutal. Rakawa says, boy, I'm glad about that turn of events. Yeah, you got your revenge of sorts, didn't you? So the trebuchet was taken down. It looks like maybe it got dove by some of the cavalry when we weren't looking, and England, where are their farms at? Yeah, now England is getting their farm economy online. Dude, this is the forbidden alley of doom. Now, is Orange just going to Netflix and chill and try and wonder down here on 200 supply? That's a tall order, but I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, Prime's going to get this kill here, probably. Yeah, we see the town center taking a lot of damage, and the mounted samurai are going to outmuscle these hardened spearmen who need to be upgraded. I don't think they're upgraded yet. And yep, more and more mounted samurai coming in. I mean, Japan basically has like a better Burgrave Palace, right? They have Yodashiru, which give you a lot more than just unit production. They can also give you gold. And yeah, it's very strong. So the Burger Palace is going to be producing units, which are just going to be perpetually farmed. Town Center is going down here. And Jarn is probably wondering why he's still alive. Jarn's like, I do not know why Prime didn't come kill me, but Prime is saving him for last. And the thing is, if Prime gets another kill here, he's going to be at 300 supply. Yeah, he'll be at 300 supply. Then he's going to probably come kill Jarn and go up to 350. And that's like the point where Sauron secures too much power, and then nobody's going to be able to take him down at that point. It's just going to be pure filth. So here we do see the town center getting torched pretty heavily by the veteran horsemen and the mounted samurai, and old Henry IV is not going to be, here for much longer, that's for sure. Down he goes. Prime gets the kill. Henry IV is fallen. I think, yep, there he goes. Dude, Prime up to 300. Pure filth. Pure filth. Dude, that king theft was just... These are like the defenders of Osgiliath, and this is like the hordes of Mordor coming in, and they're definitely going to get pushed out of Osgiliath here. On the other side, the English are making progress. Doing some tower drops is very good. I think if they're going to have any chance whatsoever, Roof is going to have to team up with Zerinium. They need to know, like, it shows you when another player is getting king kills, and they're going to need to team up, because if they don't, Prime is just going to steamroll them one by one. Just one by one. It's going to be really, really bad. So here we see the guild hall going up, and that will not help too much here. At this point, the English have gotten in, and that probably is going to be the end of Nanny. Nanny does have Lewis. Okay, Lewis is making a run for it. And the English, do they see it? I don't know. Okay, the English do see it. It's a little bit late, but Lewis is going to be running and trying to set up shop over here. Probably going to build a Castle Age landmark on the other side of the walls. But the English are hustling after the king. The king is getting a little bit tired, sitting in his keep, drinking wine and eating fat meals. Lots of bread, I'm sure. This man probably isn't the quickest. You can see he could only sprint for about 20 meters before he got tired. English longbows are nearby, but I don't think they're going to get the king. I think the king's going to get... Oh, the longbows have zeroed in on him. A little bit of scoot and shoot micro, you might get him. Oh my god, he could have microed a little bit cleaner there, and the king just barely gets away. He's like dodging the English longbows as he runs. And that is going to be a guild hall being built on the other side. Wow, that is super troll. And he gets away, he runs. But Prime is probably going to come over. Does Prime have his cavalry horde here? That'd be so funny if Prime just came in and got that kill. But now I think it's Emperor Jaren's turn. Jaren does have a good anti-cavalry army, though. He's got a lot of camels. He's got some spears. He's got some tools. But yeah, Prime is he Imperial yet? I don't think so. But when he gets that Imperial landmark, yeah, the Tanegashima Gunsmith, that's when Japan becomes just super foul. Super foul. So the mounted samurai do pour in, and this is probably going to be the end of Jaren's forces. It's just kind of a numbers game here. Though his army is respectable against cavalry with the camels and spears, he doesn't have that many spears. It's only 10. And the mounted samurai, of course, are very powerful fighters. Very, very powerful. They're not messing around. But that is going to be the end of Nanny's base. But Nanny does manage to cling on to life here, setting up what appears to be a wall, and is obviously going to be building a keep here and trying to form a bit of a Helm's Deep. Louis IV is here. He got away. His cardio kicked in, and he was able to survive. But how's this fight looking? Yeah, we do see it actually a little bit closer than you would expect, but overall it looks like the Japanese are going to be prevailing here, as we have some foot samurai being called in, which makes sense. They're going to be countering a lot of this army. The foot samurai will trade reasonably evenly with the Ghulams, and we do see a surrender coming out from Jaren, and Jaren's ruler, the Sultan, is going to be taken here by Prime. So Prime is now up to 350 supply. This is going to be a rough one. The whole lobby needs to ally against Prime right now, or else it's going to be just a reckoning. Yeah, Prime is trying to speedrun this. And where does he go next? I mean, Prime could do a naval landing here on Zerinium. Zeranium does have a good enough army probably to hold in tandem with some keeps. Japan probably is going to want to bring its Imperial weaponry to bear before it moves down to fight. Because, yeah, currently Zeranium's best bet might be going for like a King Snipe or a Shogun Snipe, right? Like you just get a huge army, you load up on boats, you land here, you make a run for it. But wherever you go, Prime is going to see. He's got the coastal kind of vision, right? He's got all these units on the coast, so he's going to be able to kind of see what's cracking there. I don't think anybody's going to get in easily. Yeah, dude, 350 supply. That is absolutely bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers. And that King Snipe against, dude, poor Tron, that was rough. Tron really worked for it. And Town Center's coming in. The English are just demolishing the rest of the French base. So not going to be much left here, and he's going to be taking what little ground he gains. But he did not get the king kill. I mean, is Roof anywhere near a wonder? Is anybody near a wonder? Zeranium? Zeranium? No, not enough stone, man. I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to be able to wonder here. Prime could probably wonder and fight them off. You know, just drop it like up here in this little choke point or back here in the corner and then just like wall this off and make like a mighty shogunate there. See Imperial? Yep, elite mounted samurai. Somebody's going to be dying here very soon. Ozutsu probably being produced in mass. Let's go ahead and look. Yes, it is going to be Ozutsu being produced. And he's going to make probably a naval invasion. So we do see transport ship. And he's going to be trying to land here. Meanwhile, Zeranium looks like he is maybe setting up for an expeditionary force. Yeah, he's making demo ships and he's making hulks. Okay, interesting. Okay, the kings have been revealed. So somebody revealed all the kings right there. That was Zeranium. Zeranium's looking to get a king snipe. The English king is going to be incredibly hard to get. Edward Longshanks. What a name right there, huh? But farms are being torched. And Naniori, ever the scrapper, you know? Hang it in there. I don't know what you do if you're Nanny. Maybe if you're Nanny, you just build like 500 scouts and try and king snipe. Maybe. That works best with Malians. Malians are quite good at king sniping. They can use the Griot Bar to get the extra torch damage, and they ride in with like 1,000,000 warrior scouts that cost basically nothing, and then they just you know, get your goodies. So it looks like there's going to be a naval conflict between these two factions, but Prime's population is now at 260, and he hasn't even reached his final form. You know, he's still got a lot more power to gain here. No Ozutsu in this army yet. I would wager they're going to be on their way down soon. Let's see. Do we have the Ozutsu? They're being produced. Where's the rally point for said Ozutsu? He's got them rallying over here. Okay, it looks like he was maybe coming to poke. Oh, I think he knows where Nanny's king is. You could see Prime. Okay, Prime building the coastal wall. So he's building a huge stone wall on his coast. And I think he's going to be going for a king kill on somebody. Maybe it's going to be Nanny. Nanny would be very vulnerable. You know, Nanny's ruler is just back here in a stone tower. It would not be hard for Japan to get that. But Prime looks like he wants the bigger fish. He wants the corner. We do see a Hulk coming out here for Zeranium. The Hulk is going to be moving up to do battle, but there's an Atakabune, which probably can 2v1 these. We're going to see. He does launch the rockets at the demo ship. The demo ship's going to make contact, but you need 2 demo ships to kill. So from here, the fishing boats should be able to repair the Atakabune, and there is going to be a Japanese invasion. So a little historical play here. Japan invading some of its neighbors, as we are going to see the transport ships landing here. It's going to be multiple of those. Oh, the demo ships! Is Zeranium paying attention? Oh, Zeranium, no! You could have just basically stopped that entire push. So Zeranium's demo ships, they were sitting there, you know, enjoying some beer, and they did not notice the Japanese army landing on their coast. However, Japan's going to get repelled very easily. These are pretty elite units, even though they are an age behind in terms of their upgrades. The Japanese army is probably going to be repelled here. So demo ships not being used, the Japanese transport ship still chilling out. Prime attempting, you know, a bit of a prodding attack. He wanted to see what his opponent was made of, but Prime, I think, realizing he needs a much bigger army to come down here and do this. This is going to be a hard one to push. The Holy Roman troopers are not only super durable, but they have the home field advantage. Prime's going to do a little bit of raiding and ride around. And how is Prime going to handle this? Is he just going to do waves and waves of naval invasions? I don't know. If he lets the English get Nanny, though, yeah, I can't help but think going over here might be the better idea. Because, like, what is this player going to do, really? Not a whole lot, right? They're just, if they're at 200 supply and you're at 400, you can basically just crush them, like, with nothing, right? Prime's incredibly... He needs to be teamed to be defeated. It's true. I've said that many times, you know, about Prime. And, you know, generally any Conqueror level player needs to be, you know, focused by multiple people. Especially people who, you know, are not only Conqueror, but also very good at FFA. Because we have seen instances where we've seen, you know, Conqueror 3 players not be as good as, you know, maybe Conqueror 1 or 2 FFA. Like, just because of the FFA meta is a little bit different, right? But yeah, we will see. So a lot of men-at-arms going to be heading over here. The English are hunting down the king, and we do see a very scrappy attempt by Nani Yori to try and reestablish the old empire. The king is hiding back here. The walls have been breached. A couple of villagers coming out, but they're going to be taken to Pound Town by these English men-at-arms. Roof really needs to get Imperial Age, by the way. I don't know why he's not Imperial yet. He for sure should be. Yeah, he has enough to age up. Okay, my only suspicion is that Roof wants to build a landmark somewhere, like specific. Is there any way for King Louis to escape here? I don't think so. So what's going to happen is the last landmark just going to die, and then the king is going to be hunted. So Louis is going to be heading into the town center here to take cover, but that is going to be the guild hall going down. There are a lot of angry Englishmen here. They're there for the bangers and mash, and we do see Louis the Fourth, or no, Louis the Ninth. Okay, he runs, but he should be caught. Maybe Prime will get it. Who knows? But yeah, that is going to be the end of Nani. So we do see Roof get the job done. But Roof has not discovered where the king is right now. It has not been discovered. So now there's two people against Prime potentially, neither of whom have population increases. The only chance this lobby has, the only chance is if they team up against him fervently. I'm talking with a vengeance. They need to coordinate. They need to say, hey, we're going to 2v1 here. Oh my god, don't let Prime get this. I would laugh so hard. That'd be super hilarious. But yeah, looks like the English are going to get the king. So that is going to be a population increase. But Prime, he's a bloodhound, dude. He was sniffing it. He knew it was coming. He was eyeing the prize. All right, so the population has been increased for blue, which probably is going to make them public enemy #1 here for Japan. And we are going to see a bit of a battle here. This is probably going to be won by Prime, simply because Roof is not Imperial Age yet. It doesn't have the Imperial Age upgrades. And where do we see the Berkshire Palace? Okay, Berkshire Palace back here. In the corner, the Japanese army, far superior on technology. But Prime, does he not have upgrades? Yeah, Prime, I do not believe has any upgrades, which is very weird. Yeah, he doesn't have any blacksmith upgrades. I don't know what he's skipping, but... All right, so that is going to be the end of the road there for the English army, and Japan with a decisive victory. The last English longbowman, what a Chad, holding firm. And it looks like Zeranium, this is kind of like in Lord of the Rings when... You know, the dwarves just hide in their mountain holds and don't come out and help the elves, as the elves are, you know, battling the evil here. Well, not so much the elves, but more the men, you know, if we're talking the Third Age and whatnot. But the Ozutsu have arrived. The English are going to be taken to Pound Town right now. What would be a really good play by Orange would be to get a big, like, strong navy and maybe get, like, 10, 15 warships and sweep Prime out of the water. Deny his navy, take away a lot of his food. That would force him to transition his food sources, which he doesn't really have set up right now. That would be a very big power play, because right now Prime's coming for it. Prime's going to give it to you, dude. He's got 18 Ozutsu. It's going to be a reckoning. It is going to be a reckoning. A lot of towers being set up. The English defender, he's surging out a lot of spearmen. They're only veteran spearmen, though. Let's see if the English are getting the spear upgrades. We do see the blacksmith upgrades coming in, but why not get this? Oh, he's just broke on gold. Oh, no. So that's not good. He's out of gold. That explains a lot. So blue has been out of gold for a while. Okay, so I was wondering why he wasn't aging up, and he was probably having to trade food to get gold. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me now. Now, is Orange going to be going for like a wonder? It doesn't look like it, man. I think Prime has just got this one in the bag. It seems like the forces of order are not going to be uniting to take down the Dark Lord. They're just going to be eating it right now. Man, yeah, this is a good army. Prime is finally getting some upgrades here. Zeranium is going to be upgrading the navy, so that's one way to keep Prime away. Just get like a colossal navy and kill them at the choke points. Totally viable. Totally viable. So the Ozutsu are going to blast down this wall in a second, and they're going to be into the English lands. And Prime is just going to go straight after the ruler, most likely. The English army is respectable. Oh my god, he's making scouts, dude! Oh no, the poor English player. Is he that broke? I mean, he's got gold now. He needs to get elite spearmen. That's got to be the one unit he's got to focus. Oh god. This is just another Elgi scheme, that's right. That's right. Alright, so we see the Ozutsu Legion's going to be moving in, and Prime's dread force of elite mounted samurai coming to punish this very, very weak English force. The veteran spearmen are, very behind in the times, and the fact that there's just haggard scouts being mixed into the army is always a bad sign. So the mounted samurai are going to engage. They're probably only going to lose like 4 or 5 guys. It's going to be a very one-sided fight. They're going to be crushing the spearmen. We see 1 mounted samurai go down. We see 2 go down, and okay, maybe a couple more than that. The Ozutsu are hanging out in the shadows. I don't know what Prime's not doing. He should be using them right now. He's probably microing elsewhere. Did somebody go for his base? Was there some funny business? I'm not sure. Okay, Prime is hiding his Ozutsu right now. I don't know why. Maybe he doesn't want to lose any of them? He could have just actually killed the White Tower by now, but yeah, dude, I mean, absolutely crushing victory. Okay, Zeranium's been asking people to team Prime all game, but from what I can tell, he hasn't sent his own units at all. Yeah. Blue has noticed and is GGing Prime. Yeah, so Prime is going to steamroll through here. We're going to see Blue trying to hold, but here comes the Ozutsu Legion. This is like a steamroller. England can produce units like pretty heavily and definitely can play attrition warfare. It's one of their big strengths, but this army is just so vastly superior in technology. Prime has biology. He's got elite upgrades. Blacksmith upgrades aren't, you know, fully maxed out for Prime yet, but they will be soon. And Orange is going, oh my god, look at this Haggard. Oh my god, he's going for the snipe on Prime. But it's so hard to do that to Japan because of the Shogunate castles having 13,000 HP, and Japanese keeps are really good. So we're going to be seeing this Orange army moving up, as well as the Orange Navy going to interrupt Prime. In the meantime, the English are valiantly holding. They are killing a couple knights here and there, and Prime is going to be under some pressure for sure, as there is going to be a big army of elite Order of the Dragon units coming his way. But, you know, Prime has such a big supply. He's going to be panic building a couple keeps here, which should easily be able to dismantle this force, I would wager. Yeah, this is a good play. You need to sweep Prime out of the water, cut his food off. It's going to force him to redo his food economy. Because Prime's food is only 14 right now. See what I'm saying? That's actually really big. Okay, maybe we can work with something here. If the English can hold. They do have the Berkshire Palace hidden behind the walls here, which is a good play. And hey, look at this. Really, really good play by the English. Roof is hanging in there. A Chad elite spearman now at the ready. And Prime is just running through with 45 horsemen, but he's not going to be able to get to the last landmark because of Ozutsu. I believe we're walled out. Yeah, look at this. Nice. And the Ozutsu are being hunted by spears. Okay. Okay, hold on. Now we got something. Now we got a little something something. A couple keeps being built. All the food economy of Prime is pretty much offline. There are a couple fishing boats here. But Prime only has 4 on food right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's only got 4 on food. Okay. This could be a weird comeback by Zerinium and the English. We do see the base of the English being torched pretty heavily, but the Berkshire Palace is getting a lot of kills. The spearmen are mustering in, and I don't know, maybe they're just going to continue hunting here. We'll have to see. Zerinium's forces doing respectable damage, but honestly, the Japanese keeps probably going to be able to finish him. There's a couple rams in there, and Zerinium's reinforcements are coming, but he's got his culverins slightly out of position. They should definitely be up here helping if they can. The rockets are really good against the Order of the Dragon units. The fact that they do so much damage definitely helps against the high HP, and man, Prime is losing a lot of villagers, guys. He's losing a lot of villagers. His economy is going to be hurt, and Prime is down to 68 eco, and he has no food production. Oh my god. If Orange had a bigger army here, this could be a big problem. So Orange clears out the water, and now the Mounted Samurai are going to be heading home, and the English defenders hurry back in, and they're going to be massacring a lot of these knights here, or these Mounted Samurai, who are not going to be able to escape because they've been walled back in. And okay. Very interesting. If Zerinium had brought a bigger army, this could have been a big, dangerous situation. Zerinium needs to get some reinforcements in here stat. He's just kind of shooting random towers here. Zerinium, I don't know why there's not more troops coming. There's 13,000 food. The military is 111. I guess a lot of his military is tied up in his navy, so that's where we're kind of seeing that reflected. That is going to be one Japanese keep going down here, and the other keep probably going to be safe for now. There's not enough units here. Only 3 men-at-arms left. And yeah, so far Prime needs to figure out his food. He's hurting. I would imagine he's going to start switching into a farm-based economy here soon. You can see all these guys on lumber, pretty much a big indicator. And yeah, the knights are being just cut to pieces by the old English spearmen. They got him in the choke point. Looks like Prime decides to just take the fight at the end and see what kind of damage he can get done. The English farms are going to be back online soon. But the English are going to have to help the Order of the Dragon quickly, because Prime is you know, Sauron may have had his ring cut off his finger, but he's going to grow in power, and he'll be back. He'll be back very, very quickly here. So the naval dominance is there, and we do see another army of Launchnecht coming out. Definitely should bring the priests. Yeah, bring the battle popes. There's a bunch of idle battle popes in the base. Bring those guys up to battle, and yeah, it'll be pretty good. He's moving again. Prime trying to set up a farm economy. You see, if the English come over here and shut down the farm eco, that's going to be pretty massive, although I think the English player is a little bit nervous about leaving his base. He obviously doesn't know what's going down on the other side, so he's probably going to be a little bit apprehensive to get out there. But yeah, if you kill Prime's food eco here, man, Prime is at 34 military. He is very weak right now. Very, very weak. And now we see another army coming up. It's going to be 18 gilded boys and some priests coming to help, some battle popes. Prime only at 107 supply. He is the most vulnerable he's ever been. The players need to coordinate right now. They need to start saying, hey, we need to go all in. I need your Haggard Spearmen. Run over, shut down his farming eco, cut off his food, and we can win this game. For sure. Because he was all in on the fishing, right? And then when the fishing gets folded, he's suffering. I don't know why you're building culverins here. Culverins do not do much siege damage against buildings. If those had been bombards, you could maybe even get a kill on Prime here. And we see more battle popes coming up. Zeranium definitely needs to be more optimal with the rally points and have more reinforcements like pouring in perpetually up here. I mean, there's no reason not to. Zeranium is very, very good economically. We see 18,000 and 3,500. So yeah, there should be a non-stop wave of units coming. A non-stop. Yeah, I'm surprised. The game has only been 37 minutes. It's definitely coming to a close end here soon. The Spearman Legion's going to be probably encountering the farms. Blue has got to know. He should have vision here with his villagers. And Prime does have a lot of gold up here, but gold is not really the issue for him. It's more so food. And he gets a lot of Ozutsu coming out to help. And the Orange Army is gathering at the gates. And the dreaded Spearman Legion, 39 Spearmen, are going to be on their way up here. But will be running into some hostile bombards from his makeshift ally here. Unfortunate for him. I'm not sure where he's going. Yeah, I mean, go up here. Kill all this. This is definitely what you need to be focusing. He's just going to stop the sacred site, it looks like. Yeah, but he's getting bombarded accidentally by all these boats. He should definitely be communicating with his buddy here. He's trying to get through. He's going to run into Prime's base, but Prime has got double, triple keep up here, and probably will hold. I think that the players were a little bit too apprehensive here about getting in and going for the kill. And maybe that's going to give Prime the opportunity to survive this. And there's no proper siege equipment here. We have Springalds and Culverins. Like, what's that going to do for you? Not a whole lot against Prime's army count. Now, over here, is anybody close to a wonder? Let's look at the current resources. Prime is... No, nobody is even close to a wonder. It's not even in the realm of possibility, so that's not going to happen. The Spearmen arrive, and man, how could he miss this? This is like Prime's entire lifeblood right here. And the villagers have fled to the north to grab some of the gold, which is certainly smart. And now these Spearmen are going to be hustling in to attack the Ozutsu. And the Orange Army is out of position. It's unengaged, so this is, yeah, this is unfortunate. He's going to probably get 1 or 2 kills if he's lucky with all these Spearmen. The Keeps are going to just shoot him to pieces with their rockets. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. He could have actually made a substantial difference by shutting down Prime's food eco here, but instead he's just pushing under the base to his absolute doom. Zeranium was trying to coordinate with Roof, recommending he go to the north, not push directly. Yeah. That's smart. That is smart. Zeranium needs to build forward infrastructure too. Zeranium has not a lot of wood though, so understandably maybe that's a little bit nervous. But that's a good army. The Land Snakes are pretty strong. We see horsemen coming in and doing battle. As long as they partially fight together, that's going to be pretty big. And where are the reinforcements? Yeah, the battle popes were not brought, so there's not going to be... Oh, the Gilded Snakes! You get a big AoE cleaving damage there, but Prime is going to be microing back, and now the Land Snake's going to be cleaving through these horsemen. Man, a lot of brutal damage. And Prime is, he's bolstering his army. His military is 36, not the best. Horsemen and Mounted Samurai are going to be hunting the artillery down. Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much that artillery isn't going to be great. But the Land Snakes do pay the troll toll. Honestly, Spearmen would probably just be better. Like, elite Spearmen. Plus, it wouldn't cost you gold, so I think that's going to be better. Yeah, Land Snakes are cool, but they're very squishy for their cost. I guess the Men-at-Arms are going to be your tanks here, but yeah, it's not going to be enough. So, Blue needs to get over here and kill this. Blue's trading. We do see some Knights coming over. He's going to start harrying Prime's food eco. That's the only way they win this. That's the only way. It's the only way. So troops are gathering. Stop building Culverins, for the love of God. No Culverins. Culverins are not going to do anything here. Build bombards or trebuchets or something, or battering rams. Yeah, mangonels. There you go. Okay, so the Knights have arrived. Prime's food eco is going to start getting harried very hard. He's going to be taking massive economic damage. He's at 93 villagers, but they're going to start dropping very quickly. And Prime is going to be running all his villagers down to the south. He's definitely going to want to set up his farms over here, away from the prying eyes of these neighbors. But yeah, villagers are dropping. He still is at 95 because he's got so many TC, so he's producing well. The English are trading for 123. Prime is probably going to try and politic and be like, the English are trading, but really it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Elite Knights, actually more upgraded than the Japanese Knights. And do we see a big army coming over? Okay, there you go. Oh, that's a lot of horsemen there. Prime's in a 2v1, but he has 400 supply. But the problem is he doesn't have the food to get said supply. You can see he's moving on to the berry bushes. Certainly some desperate times here. But yeah, that English army is getting very, very erect here, ladies and gentlemen. So here comes the elite horsemen. They are going to be torching down the Daimyo Palace, and the other English knights are going to be chasing off Prime's elite samurai here. And Prime's definitely in the danger zone. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Forward infrastructure. Yeah, Zeranium, let's go. There we go. That's the play right there. So Sacred Site's going to be taken. The English are going to be torching all these farms of Prime, and Prime is back to basically having no food whatsoever. As far as Prime's military, he does have 50-something supply. He's got a respectable military, and with these keeps, maybe he's going to be able to make something work. Down here in the corner, it looks like Japan is going to be trying to set up a town center, but they have to destroy that old town center there. and the cavalry have gotten through. So what the cavalry should do is not take head-on fights. Roof, he should be harrying Prime's eco, attacking the back of his base, going up here, exploring, looking for weak points. Attacking into that keep network is just a fool's errand. That would be just very, very weak. Where are the villagers? He's got villagers coming up to build, and Zeranium's forces are gathering. He really needs to stop building culverins. The culverins are extremely expensive, and they just don't do anything against this army. Is he going to be taking the fight here? The English? I mean, I guess every model you can kill on Prime's force is a big deal, since he literally has no food income. Right now, he has like 5 workers on berry bushes, which is like what you have at the very start of the game, right? So he does manage to kill some of Prime's units, but definitely was not worth it. So everything is going to be torched down here. The English trade is going very, very strong across the map, and they are getting stone. Roof is actually looking like maybe a wonder could be in the books, although I think he just ran out of stone there, so that was pretty much the last of it. Some more cavalry going to be coming across. This is a good play. Cut Prime off all this gold up here, and for Prime, he just needs to pray. He just needs to hold and pray, and hope that the attacks keep coming in very inefficient ways like this, because they keep trickling in. It's almost like he's playing against like an AI invasion, you know? They need to gather, get critical mass, and push, instead of attacking with these very small forces. And use towers, like set up walls here and here, get trebuchets behind them, start nailing this. Maybe not walls because of the Ozutsu, but they just need to be a little bit more consolidated in their pushes. Because how big is this army for Zeranium? Zeranium's army is 114, but I believe a lot of it's in the Navy. Or he deleted the Navy. There you go. Yeah, now he's getting mangonels coming in. That's good. So he's getting some good quality units now. Meanwhile, up top, the English are doing some very, very good harrying right here. So they're hunting down the villagers. And if the English get back here and find this farming economy, Prime is basically dead at that point. Which is pretty insane, because myself included, I thought he was going to have an easy steamroll this game. I thought he was just going to go and play whack-a-mole and go after all these guys one at a time. So that's a good army there. That's good. But it's going to take a little bit of micro for Zeranium. Zeranium's going to have to keep those troopers to defend the artillery and make sure he doesn't just dive them into the keeps. Meanwhile, the English are getting some good raiding. This is going to be an interesting fight. So the English do have population cap increase, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they got 1. Orange has nothing. So this is going to be really big. They both have very choke point heavy positions, and it could become a very, very interesting 1v1 after that. So the Ozutsu moving up there, horsemen continuing to raid, and it looks like a couple horsemen diving through onto the town centers and some random forges and buildings. Horsemen engaging here, and the English, I like what the English is doing, using all of the mobile play. Since they're so far across the map and they don't want to set up forward infrastructure, just raiding is very, very good here. Yeah, so finally we're getting some, decent defenses here, and yeah, these keeps should die extremely quickly to 6 bombards. But you need to make sure if you're Zeranium, move them up, get them all in range, and shoot. It needs to be quick, because Prime is spread out super far right now. He's dealing with a lot of horsemen harass. Uh-oh, and the horsemen have actually found the breach here. So they found the back, and they might be able to get onto the farms here. Okay, this would be really big for Roof. If Roof is able to get back here, get through, yeah, he needs to get past the walls right now to continue exploring. Yep, he needs to run through and keep exploring. It looks like that villager is going to get harried there. He's going to get taken out by the spear horsemen. And yeah, the farms are going to be under pressure. So where's he going to go? He needs to keep scouting. We get more and more horsemen coming in. He's taking the gold from the north. Meanwhile, Zeranium is gathering a Dread Legion of artillery, which is slightly vulnerable against cavalry. Mixing in maybe more gilded spearmen would be a strong play. Yeah, Prime looking like he's not going to win this. He's looking like he's in a little bit of danger here. When Prime came to kill my king, says Arena Emperor, I told him England has rams on it, so there was no point. That lie made him pull back. All right. Your final little evil scheming. I like it. I like it. The evil schemes of Arena Emperor here. Yeah, that's fun. Yep. More raiding continuing. Roof is doing a good job raiding. Zeranium needs to go. Prime is distracted. He's struggling. 6 mangonels should hard counter this army. It should be Prime should be dead right now. Zeranium needs to move in and go for the kill. And now the army is going to move in finally and start pressing. Are the English buying for a wonder? I kind of think they are, or maybe they're just getting passive stone here. The English look like they might want to be playing a wonder game, which with equally skilled players, like whoever wonders first typically wins in FFA on big maps. In a 1v1 map, it's different, but yeah, this is going to be a reckoning. Prime is gonna get it. This is so much gold in this army, but this is a huge mistake by Orange. Sending those troopers forward to their death. They need to be defending the artillery. Shoot the bombards! Shoot the keeps! Okay, he's going for the town center, which is going to force the Japanese shogun to start running. But you should definitely just kill the keeps first to make the further pushes a little bit easier. Culverin shooting in. Couple samurai moving, and the bombards are knocking it down. Dude, just finish it. Finish it. Where are the defensive troopers? Okay, just please finish these keeps. Please, please. Prime's not going to be able to rebuild them. All right, so they're shooting in now, farming these guys. Zerenium's got just such a brutal army here. This is like just pure arty. So much gold. And Prime is going to be gathering up a force to try and push it. But that's one keep down, and the Shogun has made a run for it. So where did the Shogun go? Is he fleeing? Okay. The Shogun is fleeing back. Oda Nobunaga is running this way. He's trying to get out of here right now. Really good teamwork, though, by the way. This is really, really good. I'm liking that these two players are working together. Despite, you know, neither of them being on the skill level of Prime, they're both able to unite against a 400 population cap player, which is really cool to see. And more raiding coming in from the English, and we do see the triple keeps going down. And Oda Nobunaga, is that who he has? Yeah, the classic. He's going to be running to the castle in the corner, which is smart. But the problem for Prime is there's no landmarks back here. So if he just gets his landmark steamrolled, I don't know why Orange took his foot off the pedal. He's trying to get some more troops in there, I guess. But yeah, you should just roll through and steamroll Prime. So 1, 2, 3, and yeah, Prime is just dead. If you just kill these landmarks, he's just dead. There's it doesn't matter where you hide your king. Landmarks are still a variable, right? And the raiding from Roof has been very good. It's also really good for Roof because Roof is the one who is like investing less. Like Roof is like helping a lot, but is just using wood and food, whereas the Holy Roman Empire is investing a little bit more. But they should try and get the kill here if they can. It'd be foolish not to. It'd be foolish to let him live because Prime will rebuild and come back. He's that good of a player. So in the corner, the castle is being built, and the Japanese shogun has been exiled from his lands and is trying to raise an army and come back. We'll see how that works out for him. I don't know why they took... There must have been some politics at play. Yeah, there must have been some politics. But for some reason, it doesn't... Yeah, I don't know why he's not attacking anymore. They have him dead. And Prime is like Palpatine, dude. If you let him live, he's going to force lightning you and launch you off the balcony. You're going to have a bad time. Like, he's getting his food economy back. He's going to be able to build a lot of infrastructure down here and maybe stabilize. If you don't get the kill, you need to move in. You need to finish him. Otherwise, you're really going to regret it. And all of his landmarks are extremely bunched together. So, yeah, that's an easy kill right there for Zerenium. Zerenium building a little wall here to secure the sacred site. Do we have naval trade? It looks like just patrolling Karak. And is there any trade going down to the other side? Doesn't look like it. Just random gold being grabbed. And the wall network is going to be finished. And, yeah, I don't know why they aren't teaming up here. We do see the army moving to the north. Random houses of Prime are being taken down. Prime is at 160. You know, his economy is coming back online. This is not good. I mean, he could still win this game. And this is what happens when you take people lightly. Especially, you can't let somebody on his skill level just rest like this. You can't. He's going to get a full army. He's going to start out microing both of them, and he's going to be able to beat them. Although, I do suspect that Blue might be able to pull off a wonder. We do see him almost at 9,000 stone, which is pretty fat. And yeah, he clearly wants the wonder back here, which would be insane. I mean, he would probably be able to hold. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe Zerenium is worried that Blue is going to be going for a wonder in the corner. Maybe there's some weird politics. Prime said he's dead, can never reach his pop cap. Then he says Blue Zerenium has enough to wonder, followed by Zerenium Blue is trading across the map. Yeah, you know, obviously Prime is going to politic, but you can never trust him. You can't trust him. Like, he's clearly, he's got a huge army. Prime has got like a very gold-intensive strong army still. So yeah, they should not believe him for a second. That's just a pure foolishness. And he's so vulnerable right now too. He's so vulnerable. Yeah, so these units going to be shooting at the farms here. Blue's going to continue his raiding. And how would he even know that Blue has enough to wonder? Yes, it's true, but how would he even know that, right? Like, there's no reason. Just shoot the landmarks. Oh my god, he's just shooting the random farms. Shoot the important things. Oh my god, shoot the important stuff. Please. Okay, he's going for the Shogunate Castle, which is a good play. That's smart. But Prime's army is probably going to defeat him. Oh, you got to finish that. You can't let that thing live. Okay, it looks like he's just going to be retreating. Back behind the walls. And then you just turn and trade once again. And Blue is going to withdraw probably and stop helping. Maybe just letting these guys fight to the death here. Yeah, and he pulls back here. He's got new walls coming up and gatehouses, things like that. Prime is going to bust this down, though, and maybe push through. You got to turn and shoot here. Yeah, a lot of damage getting into the army. The mangonels and bombards doing work. The Shogunate Castle is being repaired by a couple villagers, so that is going to be stabilizing. Oh, my God. He's so close to dying. Just these landmarks here. Although Prime did re-repair this landmark, and Blue has kind of gone on his own path here. So we are going to be seeing Roof pull back, and Roof can now build a wonder just about.
Ready to go.
I think it's 9,000. No, it's 8,000. Yeah, so it just needs wood. Needs a little bit of wood, which, I mean, there's plenty of wood back here. Shouldn't have any issues with that. Now, looking back here, Zeranium could easily get the kill if he just mixed in some spearmen. If he mixes in spearmen, his army's pretty fat. Prime is getting scary again. He's over 200 supply. So this is a big blunder by those players, maybe. I think for Blue's sake, it would have made sense to keep attacking Prime also, because it shows Orange that you're helping and makes them feel a little bit more comfortable with the wonder situation. And also removes somebody who could push you the best, right? Because if Prime is pushing your wonder with Ozutsu, you're going to have a hard time holding. You're going to have a very hard time. Yeah, who needs a front line when you have infinite siege? You definitely still need a front line. And yeah, it looks like a lot of barracks coming up. Zeranium is pop capped? Looks like it. You probably need to delete these warships. They're not doing anything for you. We see a lot of spearmen coming out to help, which is a really, really good play. So Zeranium going to be gathering the Dread Spear Legion. I do like that. That's very smart. And Knights are on their way over now. Are they going to find a way through? It looks like Prime is trying to re-wall this. Knights are most likely going to get in if they want to, but it looks like they're going to go to the north. We see the villagers taking all the gold here. But the Dark Lord Prime is kind of back alive now, guys. With his micro, he's going to be able to use these spring alts to probably crush this army. Zeranium's window of being a Dark Wizard have kind of passed. Without Blue's help, Zeranium would lose this 1v1 at this point. It would be my prediction. Unless he has really, really good Culverin micro. We're going to have to see. We will have to see. Battering rams coming out for the English. The English currently sitting on 18,000 gold and a lot of goodies, a lot of resources. Buildings being deleted here. Pretty close to his farms, which means he could pull all his villagers very quickly and build a wonder in a jiffy if he needed to. But holding a 2v1, I mean, this is a disgusting choke point. Theoretically, the English could just get like 50 mangonels, put like 5 layers of walls here, and that would be just an unholy nightmare for anybody to come. Roof, I'm coming, but I'm gold. He's I think. Okay, good. They're talking. They're coordinating. According to our in-game correspondent, the players are scheming it up. And we do have Roof on his way over, so the battering ram's going to be knocking down some of the walls here. What are the rankings of these two players? Roof is a gold player, and Zeranium is what? Versus the Conqueror 2 or Conqueror 3 player here in Prime. I love it. It's the peasant uprising, trying to take down the evil overlord. Yeah, it's fun. Nonetheless, the walls are down, and we do see an army of knights with a couple hand cannoneers and spearmen, which will be helpful. I mean, if they can crash down on this, look at the spring alts. Look at Prime spring alts. It's so funny. They're shooting at the stone wall. I mean, they would get it down eventually. It would take some time, but the spring alts would get it done. It's not on the game doesn't support in-game chat. Yeah, we can't see in-game chat. It's unfortunate. It'd be really cool if they just did that in a patch, but it has not happened yet, my friends. It has not happened yet. So the Siege Blob of Doom is here. Definitely just delete this Navy. You don't need it anymore. There's nothing to contest. That would be another handful of spearmen for sure. And the Knights are going to be popping in and taking down a handful of villagers. Prime going to lose 3 or 4 villages there. Not a huge deal. He's got a lot of TC, so shouldn't have a hard time rebuilding. And is the Siege Army going to come in? It looks like they are coordinating, which is good. So they're going to work together. And the Siege Blob probably going to get Springald down. It really depends on the Culverin micro. Culverin's massively out-duel Springalds, but you need to have the micro for it. And it looks like he has everything in one control group, which is probably not good for artillery dueling. But here they go. All right, so is he shooting? The Culverins are shooting at Samurai. They need to be shooting at the Springalds. And we do see the Shogunate Castle taking a little bit of a beating, and the artillery dueling is underway. The Culverins need to be focusing artillery. They're not. And the Knights probably need to circle around the back, try and collapse on this army. Prime is massively out-microing this player, currently sniping all of his artillery, while the Culverins are now turning and facing the right targets. And the blue player is going to go for houses to try and supply block Prime. Not going to do a whole lot. Not going to do a whole lot. And I think they're in trouble. It's going to be a tough one. Prime may eventually run out of gold. We'll have to see. Houses are going down. Prime pretty good on resources. He's got his huge farming eco back here. He's got plenty of gold nodes and also, I would say a very plentiful amount of wood. And yeah, Prime is defending well. We see the English cavalry coming in to battle the Samurai, but going to be retreating under the hail of gunfire of the Ozutsu in the north. We do see the gold vein here being mined out. England might just slap down a wonder. Honestly, it might be their best bet. It feels like they're going to have a hard time killing Prime here. I don't know if they're going to. Oh, but Prime has the food now. He's going to get 350 supply. 400, actually. I think he's at 400 supply, right? He killed 4 players. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Was it 3? It might have just been 3. It might be at 350. So the Knights are going to be battling it out, and the artillery army is rebuilding, but after taking massive casualties, they certainly need to lick their wounds. The Shogunate Castle here is being repaired, and up in the north, the English army was dispatched by the Japanese defenders. But the power of the ring could not be undone, I know. I know, it's so true. They had Sauron dead, dude. Isildur just needed to move and throw the ring in. There was like a good 5 minutes where they could have killed him, but they just didn't, because they were probably, you know, they fear Sauron, which makes sense. But he was definitely on death's bed. All right, so the elite spearmen going to be heading across, and yeah, that's what it's going to be. I think blue needs to just go for a wonder. I think blue needs to just hunker down, wonder, and just defend, and just hope that Zeranium can't help Prime very effectively. You know. All right, another update from our in-game correspondent. Prime says, "Leave my base and we're good, Zeranium. I keep the sacred and shoreline, but blue's been trading for far too long." Dude, you can't believe Prime. You can't believe him. He is like much higher ranked than these players. They need to team up or else they have no chances. I love that Prime is a villain. It's great. He's the perfect villain. You know, he's like the Bond villain, twirling his mustache and, you know, laying out all the treachery and schemes and things like that. This is Iridium, the town center. Destroy it. Yeah, I know. So a little bit of battling up in the north here. We see some mounted samurai going after some English villagers who are off at a foreign land, and the English knights unfortunately can't get there. Prime's army is the forces of Mordor are swelling in power. 148 military. Somebody is going to die. It'll probably be Zeranium getting all of this killed, and then blue. I think blue just needs to wonder, man. I think he needs to wonder. Just pull the trigger. You know, bank resources. You got 36,000 gold here, homie, and 61,000 food. You should be able to produce hand cannoneers like indefinitely for a defense, which would be very good at fighting him off in a choke point. Because literally the only way in is here. This is it. This is it. So yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta drop the wonder, I think. So Prime's gonna be torching some of these guys down. Sauron is the master of deceit after all. He is. He really is. Ever since Prime survived that FFA with one villager, I've considered him the ultimate villain arc. Yeah, he's a great villain, man. He really is. He really is. All right, so now Zeranium's gonna just get flattened here, probably. His Japanese army is fully erect, dude. They're ready to go. Ikimashou, let's party. So they're gonna knock down the wall here. So the stone wall is gonna be punished, and that's gonna create an opening. And we see Zeranium's forces coming. 6 Mangonels is a respectable defense force, but with 10 Springalds, should be able to counter them easily. Then the Ozutsu are going to destroy any walls or keeps in pretty much one shot. And yeah, that's gonna be bad. Prime trying to demand Zeranium gets off the coast, but it's not going down. Bombard cannons are on the way, and the Holy Romans are going to surge forward to fight and maybe get a couple artillery kills, because Prime wasn't paying the closest attention there. He does lose 2 Springalds and maybe a bombard cannon to boot. Does he lose it? Yes, he does. Now the Holy Roman Emperor is going to be fighting here, but the Springalds are going to be trading very effectively. Blue has poured into the back of the base once again. And yeah, nice resistance here by Zeranium. He actually mustered a respectable melee army, which is what he's been eating this entire time. And does a little bit of respectable trading. But overall, the forces of Prime are going to be too thick and too girthy. And they are able to crush Zeranium's army. Meanwhile, Blue is basically just doing some, very topical damage, destroying some houses, and nothing too serious. Legion of Spearmen coming out, and we do see, okay, the intent is here for Roof. Roof knows it's going to happen. He's planning for it now. We got some walls being built in the corner, which is very smart. And Blue continuing to raid, while Zeranium is going to be gathering up an army once again. But the Japanese Shogun is going to be on his way down, so here they come. The bombard cannons blasting this keep into the Shadow Realm as the Spearmen and Samurai prepare to support the artillery if need be. Yeah, but Zeranium probably gets pushed off the coastline, although he's mustering pretty well. Granted, these are just Spearmen. How's his resources? He has 15,000 gold. I don't know where he's getting it from. He must be trading. Or mining on the map. Yeah, it looks like Zeranium might actually straight up just be out of gold right now. He's got no relics. So that's why he's switching into mostly a wood-based army. Here comes the Haggard Elite Gilded Spearmen. But, these Spearmen are still doing good. They're distracting much of Prime's force. But they're going to get dunked on by these samurai. Although 1-to-1 an elite gilded spearman, would it be to samurai? I think it would probably struggle because of the bonus versus infantry on the samurai, maybe, giving a big amount of damage, because the Odachi is 29 damage, whereas the spearman, I guess, let's see. It is 25. Maybe 1-to-1 they could win that. Could be close. So the spearman going to be pulling back. Meanwhile, blue continues his raiding in the north, but is being headed off by Prime. Prime is looking like, is he trying to buy stone? I think he actually is. I think Prime has been perpetually buying stone. He probably figures that if he's going to be fighting these guys 2v1, his best bet of winning is a wonder. He's getting 117 stone a minute, probably from relics. He probably has some Tithe Barns action going. And now the Ozutsu are going to come in, and that's going to be a lot of last samurai damage. That is some thick damage. He could also run up on the walls if he wants to. And Prime's forces are gathering and getting ready to push. The Ozutsu should be able to level most of the infrastructure here rather quickly. So update from in-game chat. Zeranium says, you're letting blue boom with trade, Prime. You can go fight him anytime. Okay, so they're basically just having a bit of a... Yeah, neither one wants to back down, which makes sense. Yeah, blue is trading like the Heathen Kings of old, though. He's got 118 on each trade route, sitting on 31,000 gold. I think if you're blue, you just wonder now, though. Yeah, quit messing about. Maybe you let Prime destroy all this first and continue raiding, but it's wonder in time. And if you're defending a wonder and all you have is food and gold, you just want to spam hand cannoneers. Just hand cannoneers and spears probably in your choke point, and then you're just going to be cackling. Yeah, he's setting up his defenses. Revolquin, Mangonels, all the usual suspects for wonder defenses are coming out, which is great. Japan doesn't get Tithe Barns, he's getting it from mining gold. Oh, that's right, duh. Sorry, I'm a little bit rusty, yes. Japan is getting it from mining gold, they're getting stone. Oh man, I'm such a potato. It's been a hot minute. Apologies, guys. All right, so Japan coming down. Zeranium does get steamrolled, and it's time for the English to make their helms deep. They don't have too much time, honestly. They really don't, because when Prime finishes with Zeranium, he's going to be coming straight for that booty, and you wanna maximize the amount of wonder leverage you have. He's getting some keeps up on the hills, which aren't going to do much against the dreaded Ozutsu when they do arrive. And Zeranium is pushed back to the homeland here. Oh, Zeranium does have some relics. Okay, there is a relic in that keep. It looks like it's just one relic. Yeah, Prime still has a lot of golds laying around. There's several, from some of the empires he's conquered. This part of the map was like a very gold-rich area here. We had gold veins here, and here. So those were all very, very lucrative areas. We do see the walls coming down here. It is going to be old Prime trying to deny the English gremlins the gold, and the English gremlins do get by and are going to be stealing some of that. Prime is a Dark Lord. See what happens when you let Sauron live, when you don't throw the ring into the fire? A massive army of orcs will descend on you, and it is not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. Yeah, all right. So, the Japanese are going to be blasting through the walls, and they're going to be taking the sacred site, and you just got to pull the trigger now. I think blue is going to run out of time, because you need to have, yeah, okay, there you go. Good job, Roof. And honestly, if Roof plays to even I would say diamond or platinum caliber, this should be a guaranteed win. Because this is just, this is such a choke point. This is the only place they can get in. And you're English. You have infinite food and production. You should not struggle here. Although, oh my god, is the counter sacred going to be happening? So the sacred sites could be taken by Prime. Oh man, okay. So the counter sacred play. Didn't think of that, yeah. Well, it was because Orange was contesting one, so I thought they would keep fighting over it. But Prime is probably going to be able to get the sacreds, right? He's making religious characters. Yeah, he has the Shinto priest coming down. All right. So that's a good wonder, yes. But the sacred sites are probably going to be taken by Prime. Now, Zeranium's in a bit of an interesting position. If you're Zeranium, do you stop Prime from taking sacreds to force him to help you against Blue's wonder? Or do you just let the dice roll and give Prime the win on the sacreds? It's a really tricky situation. Maybe if you're Zeranium, you stop Prime from going sacreds. Otherwise, Prime is just going to take a selfish victory, right? He's just going to win with his Shinto priests and these sacred sites. It might be worth it for Zeranium to stop that. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Oh god. Get a Navy and park over here and shoot. Yep, sacred site's going down. Sacred site's going down. But blue is blue can get out and contest those too, man. Blue's got an army. If blue can just decap one sacred site, make some boats here, land here, decap this, then he just wins the game if Prime is going to be taking this approach, right? This is a very vulnerable sacred site right here. Very vulnerable. Currently, if we look at the Wonder Tracker is going to be at 14 minutes. So he basically just, blue needs to just decap a sacred site once, and he's going to be okay. Just once. Yeah, come on, Elrond. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see what happens. I mean, blue is in a little bit of danger here. There's got to be some dense politics going down as well. And we do see the Carax getting taken down by Prime's coastal emplacements. And the sacred sites are all belonging to Prime. Prime is such a dark lord, dude. Whenever you think he's in trouble, he suddenly just has some evil wizard play, dude. Some evil wizard play. This is a game theory thing. Odds are that Zerenium attacks sacreds. I think so. Because Zerenium is in a lose-lose situation. Zerenium's only chance of winning is to stop Prime sacreds, and then Prime has to kill the Wonder, and then he's still a contender in the game. Because with his current odd stalemate, Prime is not going to let the sacred sites go, even if the Wonder gets deleted. It's not going to happen. Prime is just going to go for a sacred defense, so that's the only chance. Hey, thank you, Nomi. I appreciate the kind words, man. And thank you guys all for joining. It's always good to be back with some Age. I know there hasn't been too much lately, but don't worry. We haven't forgotten. We still love you guys here. So what's cracking? Blue is mustering a force. Definitely need to go naval landing, although he's got a big army. And the crazy thing is Prime has like so much supply at 350 that he can literally defend both sacreds with like 100 supply army. The third one. Oh, the decap! Oh, but Prime gets a samurai there. You need to kill that samurai, dude. And there are some... Oh, man, he's not paying attention. Okay, he's getting after the samurai. Dude, what a sneaky play. And now there's going to be villagers coming up for Prime as well. If he had done that with more units, if these horsemen had been there... Okay, the samurai is going to get killed. And the sacred site is being postponed. Villagers are on the point. Oh, man, look at that. What a play. And he's buying time, you know. This is delaying the sacred sites. Every second he's on there, it's delaying him. He kills a couple priests. Dude, if he had just brought more units there, that would have just been game blouses. He would have won, but he only brought a couple. And Zerenium's coming up the choke point, but he can't fit his bombards through there. The Goat's Pass is only big enough for soldiers. Oh man, that's some good stuff there. Hey Templar, thank you, man. So he did delay it for a moment. I wish the Sacred Tracker would actually tell me how long we have on that. And the Elite Samurai are going to be defending that. The English Knights are there to press a little bit. And if they can just get onto it, it's buying time. Like, it's still valuable. And blue is pressing on multiple fronts. I like blue's fighting tenacity here. I think it's really good. I think it's really, really good. And Zerenium needs to get some Navy. He needs to get some transport ships and Carax and things like that and try and land here. It's his only chance. Good walls by Prime. Prime's got nice coastal emplacements, and we see an English spear army gathering in the north, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be the Spearman Legions, and it looks like he might come up this way. Prime discovers the stables. Oh, don't queue up that many knights, though. You don't. That's so much gold sitting there. That's so much gold. All right, so the Rams are going to be on their way in with a sizable army, mind you. And Orange, what is Orange doing? Orange needs to cancel this and get some transport ships. I don't know what planet Orange is on, but Orange needs to get his army doing something, because they sure as hell ain't going to fit through there. That's for sure. Now, looking over here, we do see Blue making an attempt, but we are probably going to see pretty ample defenses here by Prime. That is a lot of units that you could just throw into the point, though. Prime does not have a big army up here. This is his weakest point. And the Rams are going to get in, and 47 Spearmen, he's going to be able to put some pressure on Prime, for sure. Oh, never mind. Prime has a lot more units up here. I didn't see those. All right. Some of the Ozutsu do get rode down by the Knights, as well as the Bombard Cannon. And here, do we see Orange moving through? Okay, so we got the Carax moving. The Goat's Pass is problematic. They can't really get through there. Now they're going to start nuking down these walls to try and get through. Prime just desperately trying to hold here, but he might be able to get it. Sacred is at 9 minutes and 10 seconds, and the Wonder at 10:50. Okay. So every second he's fighting with these Spearmen on here is lessening the gap, because it's a huge, huge play. So now it's probably another 15 seconds closer, give or take, right? Orange's army is moving here, but he can't get his bombards through, which has got to be extremely frustrating. And there's also mangonels here. Ooh, those are going to hurt. The mangonels on this bunched up army, that's going to be some serious reckoning right there. The artillery getting some nice shots. Blue's going to be gathering another army, I would imagine. Blue does have troops coming out. Nope, just still trading. I think if you're blue, you need to delete all of your traders. All of them. You don't need them. You have 24,000 gold with the Wonder. You delete all of your traders, and you get a much bigger army, and you push. Because currently, this plan is not working. So yeah, if you're watching this back, Roof, what you would do in this situation is you would delete all your trade, and you would get like a 250 supply army. Even delete your farms at this point. You need to get a huge army because you're all in. You know, having that eco at this point is pointless. You have 40,000 and 25,000, so there's not really any point to that. So the orange army is going to be moving through the Goats Pass, and there is some naval support as well. So some of the samurai are going to be getting last samurai. But orange is putting pressure on, and this is going to, you know, stress Prime out a little bit. And blue is going to be getting a legion of cavalry and getting ready to ride through. Walls are being rebuilt. The defending army here is decent. Yeah, he deletes his trade, which is good. So he's seeing the writing on the wall. So he needs to delete all that and get, like, every unit needs to be put in a military. It's all that matters at this point. Nothing else matters. It's a friggin' great song, by the way. I think that's one of Metallica's best songs. A lot of empty, idle military here not helping. We do now see this. And if you're Zerenium's just caught in a rock and a hard place, really. You could delete your eco and just go full military. You might as well at this point. I don't know. It's hard to say. But blue needs to gather a full army and push, like Alpha Strike. So we see a couple samurai coming in for a flank. A nice little distraction force right there. And Rebalquins will be very good against samurai. A lot of Japanese players like to spam only infantry, but Prime obviously doesn't do that. Prime's a very dynamic player. He's going to be doing whatever needs to be done. And Japanese spearmen are good. They do have that upgrade to get the extra range, the Yari Yashigaru. Takes me back to the days of playing Shogun Total War. Shogun Total War was such a good game, by the way, man. That's such a classic. I would actually like to go back and do a Shogun tournament or something. I think that'd be very fun. All right, so the walls are getting hammered, and there's going to be a force pushing through. Now, for blue, he just needs to get units on the point fighting to buy time. And some of those guys are going to move in. He definitely needs to have his army doom push all at once. Trickling in units, the dreaded Reaganomics here, not going to be great. But this is an extremely formidable army. Extremely formidable. Rebalquins, bombard cannons. He gets on the point, which is good. Yeah, ride circles around it. You know, buy time. Like, every second like that makes a world of difference. Very, very well played here to Roof. I'm liking this. And Zerenium is gathering a nice naval drop, which, oh man, a naval drop right here on this island would be backbreaking for Prime. Prime would probably lose. And yeah, dude, that's a thick army. Yeah, get those bombards on the castle and dive the artillery here. So Roof is going to be moving in. Very, very good engagement by the English. He gets a good fight, but oh, the Japanese flank, dude, what a Chad. Prime, when you think he's in trouble, he comes in like a wrecking ball here. And those knights fight. Can we get can we get one of our in-game correspondents to also give us an update on the Wonder versus the other timers here? Rebalquin's taking apart the flanking samurai, and oh, he's on the point. So right now, while he's on the point, the timer is not counting down, ladies and gentlemen. It is not. And we're going to see a big naval landing coming in. Zerenium, absolute Chad play. Going to be shutting down Prime here, and this is the risk of going for a Sacred. Because if Prime had just pushed with Zerenium against blue, they might have been able to stop his Wonder. But now the greed play can sometimes backfire against you. Is now we're going to see a landing force being landed here, and here they come. So transport ship, you need to land those boys. You need to land them. And he's doing like a dual-pronged push here, but he lands all of his artillery right in the opponent's army. We do see the prelates moving up to the point. As long as they get on the point, it's going to delay the timer. Yeah, so that is going to be the decap beginning, the men-at-arms coming over there, and the Japanese army, are they going to get there in time? I don't know. It's going to be close. The boats are also nuking them. I think this is going to be the end of Prime. He's so busy fighting the English army up in the north, you know, the huge, huge high supply army, and he manages to defeat it, but that was why Roof needed to get a higher supply army, and he did the right play. He got a big supply army, he deleted his traders, because it forced Prime to overreact, which then allowed Zerenium to come down here and deal with it. It just switched over. Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, currently the Wonder is ahead of the Sacred Site. So Prime needs to basically just politic with his homie here, Zerenium, and they need to come to an agreement to shut this down. Because blue is just going to win otherwise. I don't know if blue noticed this, but it has passed it. It's all ogre now, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It is. It's all ogre now. So the knights have gathered here. We do have the elite men-at-arms and the crossbowmen. They're going to be decapping the Sacred Site. So Prime's gambit has failed. And Zerenium was able to decap him here as well. And on the top, blue was able to decap him there. And Prime has surrendered! The fighting spirit is broken of Prime. He figures he can't get back there in 5 minutes, which is probably true. And I think that's going to be a victory for Roof. So the greed was there, but he almost held it. You know, Prime was valiantly holding, but it's so hard for him to hold these points. Because this one has like naval landing on it. This one's on the shoreline. This one is like so far away from the other ones That was a really tough situation. I actually personally think that maybe Prime could have stopped the Wonder. If him and Zeranium like pushed together and took turns and like pushed properly, I think the Wonder could have been destroyed if he just pushed it with his Ozutsu armies. Yeah. Everyone GG's. Roof says he just got married. Everyone says congrats. Oh, dude, Roof with the marriage victory. The power of marriage. Yes. Congratulations on your marriage, Roof. You deserve to win. You played like a champ. You played like an absolute champ. The Roof is on fire. Well fought, Prime, as well. Yes, it was a good game. And yeah, at this point, it's just over. It's just a matter of time. Can't really fast forward. But yeah, the Wonder has got to be just a couple minutes away, right? Yeah, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. So we'll just hang out and chat. But yeah, Zeranium should probably just GG out here. It's like physically impossible to get back there in that time. Physically impossible. Was so sure Prime. Dude, I thought Prime was going to get that too. I really did. I really did. But the last alliance, hey, it's just like Lord of the Rings, right? They actually took down Sauron in the end. I don't know. Who is Frodo? Frodo was Frodo might have actually been Zeranium. He might have I feel like Roof was like Gondor and Aragorn and the army at the Black Gates. Cuz this was like the Black Gates up here. This was like Mordor, potentially crushing the armies of good, right? And then Frodo and Sam landed here and dropped to the ring in the fire right here. This was the metaphor in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was a wild map for sure. GG well played, guys. GG well played. Yeah, Zeranium was definitely Frodo. He was getting beat up and suffering on his journey. But he dropped the ring in the fire at the end, and Sauron fought at the Black Gates up here, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, it was a good analogy. Very good analogy. And yeah, Blue has just got this, Dread Legion, too. Zeranium didn't hear no bell, though, dude. I don't know. You know what? Maybe if Prime did stay, they could have gotten it. Maybe. If Prime just blitzed over here, and, you could see Blue's army's kind of out of position. Like an Ozutsu push with these Rams, maybe there could have been something. Frodo beat Sauron and then idled for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fun. He's getting in there with those Rams, though. Yeah, probably not. No, a minute 45. The Rams won't even physically get back there that quick. And we see the Horseman armies just torching everything, basically. Although, yeah, I mean, they're playing a little bit dangerously, letting all these Rams get close. They're letting him get a little bit close here. He's got, actually nothing in here. He could probably torch Rams with villagers if he just pulled them. Wonder Tracker is sitting at a minute 25. He's lucky the Rams aren't blitzing through. The Rams are just kind of taking their time. They should just be moving straight to the secondary walls as well. That's for sure. And Roof is going to be running around, karate chopping, crossbowmen, getting the work done. In tandem with the Knights of England. And the Rams have cleared a little space, but yeah, 1 minute left is not going to do the trick. The Cathedral of St. Thomas will stand the test of time. And that will be it. I assume the Cathedral of St. Thomas, does it still stand to this day? Is it still there? Do we have a little history accurate wonder in this situation? I don't really know. Yeah, England is really good. England's probably my favorite civ to play when I'm rusty. If I'm a little bit out of practice in the game, I just play English because they're very forgiving, but also very strong and very steady. They kind of remind me of Protoss from StarCraft for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Although Protoss don't. I mean, nobody in StarCraft generates infinite resources per se, but yeah, English gives me Protoss vibes. I don't know who would be the closest to Terran. Terran would be probably, I don't know, Terran's late game isn't even as strong as Ottomans though. Ottomans do have the great bombards, which are kind of like siege tanks, but hard to say. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. GG, well played. Roof with the English victory. Securing it from the jaws of defeat, that's for sure. There's 10 different cathedrals of St. Thomas. Got it, makes sense. Roof, thanks for the birthday and the wedding gift. Yeah, dude, well played, you got it. Well played, and congratulations on your marriage. All the best to you and your partner, my friend. And what a great way to kick it off, I do dare say. GG. All right, who's ready for game 2? Let's get it going. So this is gonna be our second match of the day. And where are we at? All right, so... all right. So yeah, Tron. So Dandy Dragon, did you want to host? All right. Because Dandy was the next person to message me, and Tron was in that game. Okay. You can do your map as long as it's not a troll map. So Dandy's gonna be hosting, and as long as it's not like a troll map where like there's only like a narrow passage. What is it called? Time to inflict a custom map pain. We're gonna see. Been watching for many years now. Yeah, we've been on quite a journey together, my friend. Let me know if you visit Athens. I have not been to Athens. I was in Crete, which was really fun. My wife and I spent some time there. It was really cool. We went to. I was gonna do. That works. All right, so let's go ahead and do. Yeah, he's gonna do the map called Arkansas, which is fine. So we will make sure we have it. The reviews are a little savage on this one. All right. No, we already have it. We're good. Okay. Yeah, let's do normal. Luck, host it up. All right. So Dandy was the next person to message me, so he'll be hosting. And the lobby's welcome to anybody. It is time. So let's see. Yeah, I was in Crete. We went to... Where do we go? Hold on a sec. Checking here. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Let me pull up the places where I went. I think it was called... Yeah, we went to... we went here. Let me show you guys. Pull this up real quick. So we went to this island in Crete. It's called Spinalonga. It's pretty intense. So historically, it served as... It was like a fortress for a lot of different, nations at different times of history, but... It became a leper colony for people with leprosy. So they would send people with leprosy there, and they had like their own government, and yeah, it's pretty intense. It's a really interesting spot, and you could see the streets of it. It has like these narrow streets, so it was like straight up I believe it was a leper colony until 1905 or 1910, something like that. Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, you could see some more views of it here. Yeah, very interesting. And then we went to the other place we went was the temple. It's the... Hang on. It was this temple. What was it called? Oh, the temple, the palace at Gnosis, I believe. Yeah. So it was this here. So this was a cool one too. This is where the myth of the Minotaur comes from. The labyrinth of the Minotaur. So there's kind of like a bit of a... You can see they restored one part of it to show what it looked like. It's really cool. So it's like this old ruins of this temple of Gnosis, and it's where the myth of the Minotaur comes from, if I'm not mistaken. It was an awesome trip. I had a great time in Greece, and I loved the food. It was awesome. I love Greek food. You know what I noticed though? I don't know. They put French fries on like every dish, which I love. As an American, I'm all about that life. But overall, it was something. Okay, Dandy was ahead. Okay. Anyway. All right, here we go. So the players are setting up the next game. And it's go time. Just finished building my Forge World Great Taurus. Oh, dude, I'm jealous. Yeah, I have a Chaos Dwarf army, but I don't have a Great Taurus. I don't have one. When did Gnosis figure out you escaped? Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. Greece was awesome though, man. I had a great time there. It was super fun, and the beaches were amazing. Or on the sea, you can kind of feel like when you. I remember when I was on the beaches of Crete, you could like feel when you look out in like the sea there, and you see these like huge Mediterranean landscapes, and like you can like feel the history there. I don't know what it is about it compared to other places I've been, but you can really, really feel the history. Yeah, sounds good, Danny. No problem. I think I have that map too. French fries are a side dish for a lot of goods in the Mediterranean. Yeah, they're amazing. As a Chungus, I do love my French fries. Yeah, no, Greek food was great though. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And even like I like gyros are so good. Oh god, that's so good. You call it greasies. Yeah. All right, so let's see if Dandy's got the game going yet, guys. There's another lobby going down. Here it is right here, so if you guys wanted to, you could join Dandy's lobby. Oh, no worries. No worries, Arena. Don't stress it. Yeah, you're all good. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see here. Just been... no idea. Yeah, no idea. And don't sweat it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The Greeks literally gave their enemies ammunition once they discovered the enemy was tearing down their historical buildings for more shots. Yeah. Yeah, Greece is fun. I've had great times in Poland too. Next time we go to Poland, my wife and I want to go to the War Museum in Warsaw, which has the Hussar armor. So it has like the actual historical Hussar armor there. It would be really fun to see that too. All right, so should be starting soon. Let me check on old Dandy. And it looks like they are in. We have cracked the mainframe. We're loading into the map. So it will be Ventus on the Abbasid, Dandy Dragon on the Olive Bros. Order of the Chad. Order of the Chad is going to be Dark Hunter Ezra. So Holy Roman Empire is Dark Hunter Ezra. Another one of our very strong players. We got Tommy on the Order of the Dragon. The Quills, Ottomans are going to be helmed by Quill, another high-level player as well. I believe Whisper is also a Conqueror player too on Rus. Whisper is very good. Sammy MP on the English, and Stop Worrying and Love the Bombard on the Byzantines. Yeah, so right, in this game, I think I spot at least a couple very high-level players. This is going to be a very sweaty one. There's going to be some salts. There's going to be some backstabbing. A little something for everybody. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do drop a like on the way out. It's how I gauge what we're going to be putting up on the channel, so it helps a lot. Byzantines are pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think they're very strong. I've only ever seen Whisper play Rus. Yeah, Rus is a great civ. They're very, very powerful. Very fun to play, too. Oh, yeah, this map. I remember this one. It has, like, the fishing and... Yeah, and then there's this little farm up here that has the... Yeah, I remember this one. Okay. So spawning on the west side of the map is going to be Quill on the Ottoman Empire. And to the east, it's going to be Dandy Dragon on the Byzant memes. Setting up here and getting that nice berry economy going very quickly with the Cistern, which is going to be hitting the berry bushes as well as the Veiny Gold Vein. Down to the south, it's going to be Sammy MP on their beloved English. And pretty nice little cozy position here. Some woodlands and whatnot, but always good. And to the east, it's going to be Whisper. Whisper is going to be on the Rus. We've seen Whisper play on the Rus several times and doing a very good play here, which is corralling the a little bit of a blunder there. But you want to push the deer close to the hunting cabin and then just harvest them, obviously. But that's a really nice early bounty there for Whisper. Good. Ezra is going to be in the northeast, and Ezra is going to be on the Holy Roman Empire. So going to be looking to grab some relics. We do have Henry IV ready to go. And does he have fishing? He's got some shoreline fish here, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. And to the west, it's going to be Tommy PG is going to be on the old Order of the Dragon. Frederick Barbarossa. And last but certainly not least, Stop Worrying and Love the Bombard is going to be on the Byzant memes here. And that is going to be on the north part of the map. Oh, I think I almost forgot Ventus here. How could we forget our Ventus? Ventus is going to be on the Abbasid. One of the harder to play civs. I mean, Abbasid can be brutal economically and militarily speaking, but they do struggle with their landmarks getting sniped. That's the one thing that's very, very tough with those bad boys. So yeah, this is a very scary lobby, man. We got some seasoned veterans, a couple new faces, which is always fun to see. A little something for everybody, which is great. But the battle is now on, and we will see who is going to be emerging victorious. Who are you guys putting your money on? Who is your champion? Let us know in chat. Definitely some good deep water fish over here. So this river is going to be high priority. I would imagine that the Byzantines will probably want to switch to the water there if they can. Does this player not have any trees? They do have some woods over there, but it's very far away. Interesting. Going for the early, okay. It seems like wood is sparse for, some people have closer wood. Definitely some of the players don't have the best wood situation. But, I mean, it's not that far away. They're going to be able to find it, and it'll be okay. Big Sammy representing England. Yeah, all right. Fair play, fair play. He is. Yeah, I've spent some time in the UK and in England. I went to Horsham, England, 2 or 3 times, twice, I think. Yeah, the pubs were fun. I definitely had some fun at the old English pubs. Those were a good time. The food, not much to write home about, but it's not, it depends. It depends on where you're going, but I guess the pub food could be fun. Like if you like the big fried fish, like beer battered fish, like with some chips, that could be pretty bomb at some of those English pubs. Davok won his last FFA. He's retired. Yeah, Davok, last time we had you on stream here, you did win your FFA pretty decisively. I remember that. Yeah, House Carino. Imagine the Dune houses. Yeah, they would emerge and be quite scary, I'm sure. My hope is that Stop Worrying wins. The name is great. Yeah. Well, he's got a good position up here. So let's talk about landmarks for all the players. So for the Byzantines here, it's going to be the Grand Winery. Always a good choice. That is going to be giving you plenty of olives in which to bathe their muscular bodies. And we have not seen any aging up here from Old Purple yet, and that's because he's going for the deep water fish here, which is certainly not a bad idea. Down to the southwest, it's going to be the Twin Minaret, and that is going to give some pretty steady berry bushes, just in case you're getting harried and pushed. It's a nice source of food, and, I think the trade landmark can be good as well, but it doesn't hurt. And for the Byzantines here, it's going to be the Grand Winery. Not surprised, Grand Winery is... Oh, no, this is Dandy Dragon. I thought Dandy Dragon was in every single stream of ours telling us how the Hippodrome was better. I vividly remember that, and I see he is a Grand Winery enjoyer now. He has seen the light. To the south, it's going to be Sammy MP. Sammy is going to be on the Old English, going for Council Hall. So no surprises, Council Hall is very good. Getting rapid production of handgun cannoneers, crossbowmen, longbows is incredibly strong. Over to the east, it is going to be Whisper. Whisper is going to be setting up the Kremlin, a very good defensive landmark. Although, arguably in FFA, I don't know, with Kings being in it, maybe Kremlin is better, but I'm much more of an enjoyer of the trade landmark because it allows you to get like infinite stone late game and just really pop off. Uh-oh, it looks like a potential snipe here on the scouts. And the Mehmed II, it's the most powerful Ottoman ruler, Mehmed II. He's going to be bringing his great bombards to bear. And to the east, Kremlin we saw, and to the northeast, it's going to be Ezra. Ezra's got a nice little, comfy chunk of land, although he could potentially be pressured by Tommy and or the Byzantines up on the top, who have their double sister network being built up. But what landmark is Ezra going to be going for? Ezra is on the Holy Roman Empire. He's going heavily into the shoreline fishing. You could do some nasty trade here, too. You could do, like, naval trade north to south and just hit it hard on this coastal trade post, which is going to be super strong. All right. Arena says, last money tournament I played in, we were still using those Dune nicknames. Anatan saw me calling myself Nandiori Carino in the finals game. He says, I hate Emperor Carino. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, Smeagol, why aren't you playing, dude? Where you been? Where you been, Smeagol? We need you, dude. We need you in here with your schemes and your gremlin tactics. And I think Kings add another element of gremlinism to the game, right? I can imagine him like spawning up in the hills here and just setting up a little nest. Be great. So military school's coming out, going to be producing spears here for Quill. Quill looks like he's going for an early kill on Dandy. Like he's camping his gold, which means he probably has an intent of attacking him early. But will Dandy give it up easy? We'll find out on today's episode. The wolves are going to be attacking the villagers, but there are 7 of them, and they should be able to take on the wolves no problem. And the attack is on. Quill building a second military school and a blacksmith. If we see siege engineering coming in, it could potentially be a very dodgy situation here. However, the Byzantines are pretty good on the defense. You could build some, build some archers near your cistern or build a military building and produce units very, very quickly. And it is going to be a second TC coming down for Dandy Dragon. So Dandy going for a forbidden early 2 TC tech, which is going to make him extremely vulnerable against early military aggression. And, Quill is a good player. Quill obviously scouted that there was stone being mined here, so probably is going to be going for the kill. And early aggression in Feudal is risky, but it can pay big dividends if you're able to get the kill. We'll see. Is anybody nearby to steal the kill? Doesn't look like it. It looks like Sammy here is going to be getting stone for multiple TCs. Over here to the east, multi-TC here for the Rus as well. So I don't think anybody is going to be coming to the aid. Look at, man, Quill is such a troll here. Look at this. All right. So he has a spearman camping the berry bushes, a spearman camping the lumber line, a spearman camping the gold. However, Dandy is able to relocate his wood economy, so it's not the end of the world. But Quill is a Conqueror 3 player, right? I know that Dandy Dragon at least got Conqueror 1, maybe even Conqueror 2 with his Byzantines. So it should be a good fight, honestly. And it is going to be the Mercenary House coming out. Dandy Dragon currently sitting on 800 olive oil. So he can produce some mercenaries 100%. Like, get some English longbows, and you're going to be extremely good on the defense. So it's got to be the English longbows, right? It has to be. It has to be indeed. So up in the north, we do see the Byzantine Empire growing comfortably here. Are they in the water? Not really, but they are using longbows to harry the forces of Ventus. The longbows will be pretty effective at picking off the fishing boats, sniping down the crew, and the boats will soon follow as the torches do follow. Mining camp about to go down here. Spearman moving in to harry the villagers. He's trying to poke in here. Quill looking for every little opportunity he can get. Probably going to be Western mercenaries. It's got to be Western mercenaries, right? Yeah, because that's just... Getting longbows is the best feudal defense. Although Keshiks are nice, but against all these spearmen, you're not going to want to move into Keshiks. Javelin throwers could also be really good since they're effective against spears and against archers. But yeah, I personally am an enjoyer of the longbows. And we're going to see the first batch of mercenaries coming out right now. He almost has enough olive oil to get a second batch, but I think he's a little bit short. Yeah, it's 500 and he's at 452, so that's definitely a little bit unfortunate for him, but we'll see if he's going to be able to defend. Quill is washed up, is that what you're saying, Hills? Yeah, man, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how washed up he is. We will see. Fast Castle coming in here. It is going to be the Golden Horn Tower, so looking to get a big military pressure on one of his neighbors here. Blue is just ecoing. I mean, both Quill as well as Dandy are going to be pretty far behind, and I would imagine Dandy is going to start squealing for help here soon. And do we see siege engineering coming out for Quill? Is it done already? No, it's not yet. He could get it soon. I wonder, I tried to click it for him, but it didn't work. Ottoman feudal all-ins are really nasty. They're extremely hard to stop. With the military schools producing like archers and metters and getting their support units, giving those nice buffs, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal indeed. Down to the south, Sammy just being English. So far, 1, 2, and triple TC. Talk about greed. And the Rus are doing something similar. They're only on 2 TC, but they are building a couple knights just to be safe. And a little bit of raiding coming in. Quill does poke in and tries to harry the villagers and push them off wood, but the English longwomen able to keep them at bay. And is Quill going to be getting siege engineering? Not yet. He's getting the steeled arrow. Does he have archers? Okay, he's switching to archers. And yeah, the metters are going to be so strong. The metters have some really nice buffs, so they can increase your attack speed, they can give melee armor, or they can give ranged armor, which is insanely good, because you can get archers with 2 ranged armor in the feudal age, which is an insane trading tool. Really good at diving under TCs as well. Dandy Dragon does have the, the eco advantage most likely. Quill's going to be sitting on 34 eco, whereas Dandy Dragon's going to be sitting on 41, so the advantage is starting to get more and more stark as he moves some economy up to the high ground. And I wonder if old Quill is going to be scouting this. He's got his spearmen. Longbows are out and about, and it looks like the berry bushes are being mined. Second batch of mercenaries can now be being gathered. But Quill looks like he's going to be discovering this. So he moves up here. Ooh, let's go to Quill's perspective and see what he actually sees. So he's got his spears. He's looking around to try and find Dandy's rat's nest in the hills. Down here, a little bit of harrying on the wood line, so this is some good economic raiding. This is going to be mitigating the economic advantage that Dandy Dragon does have. And the spearmen do find the TC, so he does see it and is going to be able to shut that down if he wants to. If he wants to go up there with his whole army, we'll have to see. Military schools pumping the jams. He's got 2 military schools, double stables. Siege engineering will probably be the last upgrade he actually ends up getting. Now, is there any other conflict yet? There's not really too many other parts of the map that we need to look at. I think everything is pretty calm. Ezra is just going to be booming. Ezra is already castle with 3 relics. Oh, man. And he has an Aachen chapel, which is just pumping his stone and wood economy up. That's going to be really savage as well. So these guys are having a feudal duel of fates. Meanwhile, Ezra is just going to go balls deep and just be a terror, because he's being left alone. It doesn't look like Tommy is going to be fighting him, although Tommy is Imperial Order of the Dragon already, with the Palace of Swabia. Oh my god. So there's a feudal fight going on, and there's several players who are Imperial, right? We got Tommy. No, just Tommy. So Tommy is the only one who's going to be Imperial right now. Okay. So it happens. And in the meantime, we do see the Sipahi and the Hardened Spearmen rolling down here. A lot of hardened spearmen and archers are on the way over, and the Byzantine defense is going to be, hey, it's like a historically accurate, right? You got the Ottomans besieging the Byzantines. Yeah, it's great. Well, we're going to see if history repeats itself or if the Byzantines are going to be able to hold this time around. We will see. Really good horseman rating, though. Dandy's definitely been taking economic losses. 40 for Quill, and Dandy is currently sitting at 44. So Dandy's economic advantage is really not that significant. And the military is much bigger, I think. 17 military for Dandy, and Quill is going to be sitting at 39 military. So that is a massive advantage. Massive advantage, guys. I wonder when the siege engineering is going to come. Is it going to be popping out soon? Not yet. We do see another military school coming up here, and yep, siege engineering is on the way. So there will soon be a massive reckoning, and I think Dandy Dragon is probably going to die. But then after that, Quill needs to, number one, make sure you secure the king kill, because what if Dandy runs the king to somebody else? That's a really stressful part of this game mode. You got to make sure your opponent can't run away. And that's why you can see Quill camping back here, I think. Quill is just hanging out, making sure that Dandy's king isn't going to run and like feed itself to the English. You really got to make sure you can secure that. You really got to make sure. It's like a Bretonnian peasant on one side of the map and 40k Space Marines on the other side, yeah. Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. So the Regnitz Cathedral is up, and a little bit of battling going down here. Okay, Ventus actually with aggression. So Ventus has pushed across the breach. We see Ghulams coming in, and the Ghulams are dominating the Byzantine units. They have a ranged armor upgrade. Varangian Guard are complete potatoes compared to Ghulams, in my opinion, and the Ghulams are going to cut them to pieces. Varangians are only really cool because they can build boats, and their Imperial Age upgrade is pretty good as well. The Ferocious Speed for like chasing down archers and artillery and things like that, but Ghulams are the superior men-at-arms in pretty much every other way, in my opinion. So they're massacring the Varangian Guard, and it looks like we could get a keep drop coming in soon. I saw a lot of villagers. No, they're just going for the gold, setting up a siege workshop, and yeah, this is going to be a tough hold here. Maybe they'll be able to. If the Byzantines can start making some crossbows, then they might be able to fend off the Ghulams. A lot of longbows coming out here for the Byzantines in the north, and the Ghulam push is going to be thwarted just by sheer numbers of Varangians as well as English longbows. Quill's piling in for the kill, though. He's getting rating on each side, but he does move his horsemen into a bunch of the Limitanai, which is certainly not good. A couple archers on their way over. No battering rams yet, but this is a big fight. Is there any other fights going down here? Uh-oh. This is trouble for Dandy. This is trouble for Dandy indeed. So the battering rams have arrived. Houses going to be going down, and this emplacement up here is going to be falling. It looks like he did sneak his way in here. How did he get in here? It looks like he just went through the opening when it was still open. And that was before the Byzantines were able to wall it. So that will probably be the end of old Dandy, right? Dandy is just in massive danger here. Battering ram is going for the town center. We have a lot of archers here with Metter support, so the Metter is going to be giving them ranged armor, it looks like. And tons of villager losses. Battering ram's going to survive, and this town center is going to be falling. So Dandy is for sure on death's bed. Quill is coming for blood, and he is getting the Golden Horn Tower, so that maybe helps him stabilize here, maybe. Ezra hasn't gone full evil yet. Ezra is, how many relics? 4 relics. Ouch. That's going to be really hard for whoever decides to fight him, that's for damn sure. Byzantine's getting a defensive keep here, and multiple attempts already. We've had an attempt from Ventus on the bombardman up in the top, and of course Quill is going to be trying to get the kill here. And the TC is going to be falling, and then he just needs to knock this down if he can. That's another massive batch of villagers that are going to be falling for Dandy. Dandy's economy is at 16, 15, and it's going to go all the way down to 12. So that is going to be, for sure, GG for him. There's pretty much no chance he's going to be able to stabilize here. I mean, Golden Horn Tower will give him some free units, but there's no way it's going to be enough. English are just booming in the bottom. Nobody's really messing with them. They have the White Tower up on a hill, which is extremely majestic and epic. And over here to the east, we have Whisper. Whisper on the roofs has been very quiet. And that is going to be the Spasskaya Tower, which is going to be giving him stone walls, which is always very, very good. It is on indeed. And due to the north, stop worrying about the love and Bombard is wherever the hell his name is. We're just going to call him Bombard for short. Still looks like he's in mortal combat with the Abbasid, but it looks like he's stabilized more or less. Him and the Abbasid are both Castle Age, and the Byzantines appear to secure enough of an advantage on the defense that they are going to be okay here. They're going to be just fine, ladies and gentlemen, just fine. Aachen Chapel food economy picking up for Tommy PG. How many relics is Tommy sitting on looking around his base? We see 3 relics for Tommy, which is very good, which means he could maybe fight Ezra. Maybe. Ezra does have more relics and also does have the safer corner position. Yeah, nobody's dead yet, which is very shocking, especially considering the players in the lobby. We have some absolute, you know, brutal players here in this lobby. Oh my god, Quill's getting backstabbed by Ventus. Oh no, Quill. Quill is like a Linkin Park song right now, dude. He tried so hard and he got so far. But these Ghulams are going to just crush him. He should just kill... Look at the Spearmen. They can't even kill one Ghulam. And he's building a battering ram right in Quill's base. Quill's Mehmed II is in danger. The town center, of course, could be repaired. Probably would be a good idea to get 1 or 2 Ghulams and start killing Quill's Gold Eco. Just start, you know, doing a little bit of economic damage in case it fails. But Quill is going to reach Castle Age, but not before the Ghulams are going to be just hammering him. And we got a battering ram coming in. More and more Ghulams coming down. And Quill's going to be returning with his army. The Abbasid should probably turn and fight. I mean, because they could take this Ottoman army for sure. But the battering ram, I don't know. Maybe he's going to get taken down. Oh, he spawns Janissaries. What a clutch play. Using the Vizier points, Quill spawns the Janissaries. Very, very clean right there. And that's going to give him a lot of DPS. That is a lot of stopping power that suddenly appears with their trench guns. All right, the town center's... Uh-oh! Mehmed's running. He's making a run for it. Ventus hasn't noticed. Oh, Ventus. That's such an easy kill right there. Ventus! Okay, Ventus notices. No, Ventus, what are you doing? Click the king. Click him. Oh, he's getting hacked up. He's taking some damage. He gets into the town center. The town center shut down. Oh, for the love of God, click him. All right, Ventus is going to be clicking him. He's taking some sword blows. The Ghulams are very tanky. We see Mehmed II making a run for it. He's taking a lot of attacks here. Villagers got their blades out. Oh my god, and Mehmed II is barely going to be surviving. The Ghulams are running around, but they can't quite get the angle on him. Mehmed II here is cackling, dude. Oh, dude, he's laughing so hard. Oh, the Janissaries, dude. Very epic indeed. That's got to be a frustrating one for old Ventus, man. Like, he was this close to killing him. And is he going to do a counter push? Is he going all in? He's got all his villagers pulled right now. I don't know what his game plan is there. Is he going to rebuild his TC? He does have the Mehmed Royal Armory. Wow, dude, he's so low. I know. He could have been taken out there. With a little bit cleaner micro, I think he could have gotten the kill. But Danny Dragon is also in a really bad position. Really, really rough position for sure. I would imagine the Ghulam legions will gather once again. It looks like a lot of infrastructure being built here by Ventus. And Ventus does have river economy as well, right? He's got fishing there, so that's nice. But the Byzantines are going to come for him. The Byzantines want revenge. So here they are. They're riding. They got Varangians. They got crossbows. They got English longbowmen. Mercenaries from all over the realms. Definitely a mistake for the Byzantines to go attack the Holy Roman Empire here. They should just go after the much weaker Ventus. Ventus just got weakened trying to kill Quill there and failed. Look at this. Mehmed has nowhere to hide. He's just hanging out there. I can't believe he survived that. That was nuts. And Quill is still going for the kill on Dandy. That's hilarious. He's got... Oh, no, these units are just trapped here. These are the units that were trapped there because Dandy walled them in. Oh, they're in exile. They've been imprisoned, it would appear. So England is coming. This is the time where everybody is going to start going for kills. So Whisper is going to be duking it out with Tommy PG. Whisper is Imperial and does have some militia coming. So those are the Halberd militia. And we got the Elite Knights gathering up. They are ready to go. Over on the east side... The duels continue all across the realm as the counterattack from Dandy Dragon. Oh, Dandy might be able to get a kill here, actually. Hold up. If Dandy notices this, has he used the King Scouting? Look at the revenge of Dandy. So Dandy has some troops here. Mehmed II has nowhere to hide. There's going to be a panic tower being built. And he's looking for Mehmed's booty. He's coming for it, dude. The Byzantines want revenge for history. That's for damn sure. The town center is going to get killed. He's not going to get that one back online. The tower up there is going to be where he's hiding. Danny Dragon's going to need to use treason. He's looking hard. Mehmed is hustling up to the north, man. He's running for it. And we see Mehmed camping out here. Oh, he's looking in the hills. That's the obvious hiding spot, right? A couple of the Sipahi going to be fending off the English longbow. Spearmen are going to detach to defend. And he does get in the tower, which is going to be upgraded to a stone tower. That is freaking hilarious. But there's going to be an erect English army coming in soon, and treason is used, so now Danny Dragon knows where he is. But his time of being able to snipe him is over. The Ottoman army is going to be returning, and Quill is going to be able to stabilize the situation. It's going to get upgraded to a stone tower right there. That was a really cheeky play by Dandy. Very, very cheeky, but he managed to get into the tower, and that is pretty much it. So as far as this fighting goes, the Rus and the Holy Roman Empire would appear they've kind of come to a bit of a stalemate. No heavy fighting there. Up at the top, we see battering rams being made. Dandy Dragon does get some villagers back up here and is going to be trying to set up a keep in the corner. Probably where he wants to hide his king. But little does he know, Quill's imprisoned soldiers have not forgotten. And apparently there was plenty of food for them to have up here, so they were able to survive. And Ezra is just kind of becoming a Dark Lord. Ezra is just building up an unholy empire with a massive economic bank. And he's just going to start steamrolling people soon. Most likely. Because there's a lot of people who've been in constant conflict who are going to be a lot weaker. Oh, shit. Okay. So, did anybody get a population cap increase here? We do see Ventus dying, actually. So, Ventus gets taken out by the yellow player, by Bombard. Okay. So, one person has fallen. I don't know if their ruler got is the term. Did you guys see the population cap increase here? He's at 190. We need to keep tabs on this. I don't know if he got the ruler. It might have just been a surrender. And did he sink his king in the boat or something? Did Ventus do that? I don't think so. Did you guys see that? Did anybody notice? I don't think so. No. Anyways. Well, Quill's on his way back. He's got battering rams coming from the north to push into the base of Dandy. Dandy's eco was destroyed so badly earlier on that he's probably not been able to recover to the same capacity. And we got old Jean Ducasse. Oh, that's a tough last name. Ducasse is going to be running to the south. And is he going to be going to feed himself to the English? It could be a spiteful Dandy here. Dandy could be unleashing his spite and taking away Quill's hard-earned work. Hard to say what his plans are. We'll have to see. Bombard did get the population. Okay, he did get the kill then. Yeah, it looks like he must have just... He probably just moved in with his huge-ass army and took down the town center. It was probably very quick. Yeah, he got it. He's at 210 supply right now. Okay, so the Byzantine brother gets the first kill. And now Dandy Dragon's ruler is where? Do we see him in the tower? Is he in the TC? He's not. He's just kind of camping down here. But yeah, Quill probably wants to finish the job here. Dandy could threaten to feed the king to blue, which should be pretty troll. It's a very, very troll tactic. And yeah, Byzantines here are going to be hitting the Imperial Age, the only ones with population increase. That's probably going to be the Warhorn for Ezra. Ezra is going to go for the kill now. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of elite cavalry. He's going to go for the kill on the Byzantines. Byzantines should be able to defend. I mean, they're not Imperial, but they do have a huge-ass army that could probably take on Ezra's much smaller army, even though it's more elite. I think they would be able to kind of hold their ground. And, yeah, is he going to get it? We got John here. He's hanging out, and it looks like Quill is going to be retreating for some reason. Maybe he wanted to get his bombards in place, and the English are going to come in with their spears, and they're going to be heading after old Dandy's forces. So the veteran spearmen in the base. England is Imperial now, but not fully upgraded. Ezra gathering a legion of knights, so it looks like he's going to be trying to get a big army, but he better hurry, because if the Byzantines take advantage of their population cap, Ezra could lose that fight. And the English are going to go for the kill here, so they're piling into Dandy's base. Dandy does have his king. Or the Byzantine, is it an emperor? King? I don't really know, I can't recall. But yeah, probably not going to be long for this world. And Quill is nearby as well. He does have a single mangonel. Quill is not Imperial yet, but he's getting a nice little farming eco. Did Quill ever build more TCs, or is he still just on one TC? Wow, he's just on one TC. And what is Mehmed II doing? He's like running out in the open. He should be back in his town center, but it looks like he's being called in. And the town center has fallen. And who got the population cap increase? I didn't see who got it. Did it say who got the plus 50 there? Was it blue? Right, I look away for 1 frickin' second, and it just happens. Who ended up getting you? Who got the kill on your king? It might have been Quill. It looked like he was a little bit closer. However, there were a lot of longbows nearby, and they could easily one-shot that king if he pops out. All right. So Dandy has fallen, and we have 2 players down here, 26 minutes into the game. And now the next big conflict is going to be erupting. Yeah, blue got it? Okay, so Quill is just in the pits of hell right now, basically, then. Yeah, he's been behind, obviously, doing feudal aggression. And the Byzantines better react to this really quickly, because Ezra could surround this town center and potentially get a king kill if the Byzantines don't respond quickly. Looks like he's, you know, enjoying some Olive Garden, not paying attention. And now he's going to be moving up to defend, as Ezra is going to be going for the ruler snipe. Byzantines should hold this. With repairs plus all these spearmen, it should be a very doable hold. Yeah, you can see the torch damage is there, but a lot of the knights are going to start dying very quickly. And I think Ezra is going to realize that he needs to go for more of a traditional style of warfare against this player, against Bombard. Yeah. That's two for 2 king misses, yeah. Yeah, it really is. So far, players with population cap increases are going to be yellow and blue. Nobody else has population cap increases. The Holy Roman Empire here, it seems like they're locked in mortal combat with the Rus. And they're both very good players. I've seen Whisper play, and I've seen Tommy play, I think. If memory serves, they're also a very strong player. So I don't think this is going to be an easy conflict for either player. Whisper are going to be flanked with some cavalry, though. That's very clean, although some of them will be forced down by some of the powder. But the Rus, maybe, they have a lot of Streltsy in that gatehouse. Those Streltsy are going to do some big DACA for sure. 3 bombard cannons, though, still thumping. And it looks like the Holy Roman Empire is going to be emerging victorious in this skirmish. But not by much, actually. I don't know, pretty even fight. With all those Streltsy alive, and yeah, 4 mangonels coming in as well. Alright, so Quill has just got to go back to the drawing board right now. He's got to figure it out. He's got to figure this one out. Because, yeah, his eco sucks. There are some relics nearby. If you're Quill, I think you just got to build like 3 TCs and just try and boom back up. Because there's not too many people with pop cap increases yet. It's not to the point where like someone's a dark wizard. Ezra maybe needs to diversify his army a little bit. Is he making men-at-arms and spears? Yeah, he is. So Ezra is going to be in a duel of fates up top. And if Ezra wins the top, it's insanely powerful, and I'll show you why. It's because there's a trade post here, and you could just trade from your corner to their corner, and the only way your opponents can stop it is through the river chokes, right? Which is incredibly strong. Which is incredibly strong indeed. But it is on, ladies and gentlemen. The Rus are fighting their fight, and the English down at the bottom. They have their villagers trying to get through the walls here, but they are blocked out. Looks like Quill does secure the high ground, but at a cost of a handful of villagers here. And what does he get up here? I guess this is a good wonder spot. He's got the relics, which is a nice grab, and it's gonna be tough for him though, man. Yeah, Quill's eco has been very behind. But the thing is, Ottomans have one of the most broken armies in the game. So if Quill can just get even a 100 supply army late game with great bombards, he could probably compete against a player with 250 pop. Wouldn't be easy, but, a player of his caliber probably would be able to pull it off. Yeah, I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to win, that's for sure. I don't think so. Ezra being pretty chill. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's not just going... I guess nobody is an easy prey right now, right? Like, everybody is reasonably strong on the board except Quill. Quill is probably the easiest prize, although even still his army is pretty respectable. He's got men-at-arms, crossbows. He's just like an age behind everybody else. He's of course, Castle Age. Oh, I'm curious who's going to fall next. Okay, so treason being used by Sammy. That's the English player. He's got an okay army, and looks like maybe he's thinking about going for a snipe on the Rus. He for sure could. If he made like 10 trebuchets, just like, two-shotted that town center and just was ready to snipe the ruler, that could happen. That could 100% happen. All right, guys, let's hear your predictions. Who do you folks think is going to win? I need to hear the wisdom of the stream chat here right now. Holy Roman Empire moving in. The Rus Streltsies, getting the business from mangonels, which is one of the better counters against them. And this is the Order of the Dragon. These are no mere Holy Romans. These are some pretty elite heavy fighters. We can fast forward here a little bit, actually, and get to the live state of the game. So the fighting continues here, and the Streltsy are forced to pull back due to the mangonel fire. Horsemen screening, doing a good frontline push, and now we see a lot of militia coming in. Militia will tear apart those horsemen very effectively, but the mangonels continue to steamroll here. And it looks like the Rus player is slowly losing this conflict. The steady stream of Holy Romans, the triple relics, is doing just the work of the gods. Although a nice little counterattack here, bombards in position as Tommy continues his dread push against Whisper. Whisper does get some spring ults out. Spring ults will be very effective against the bombard play. This is what I like to call the auction house commentary. But overall, we should be reaching the live state of the game here in just a second. Offensive towers are always a good idea, especially when somebody's using spring ults. It gives you a good bastion upon which to fall back. And now we are at the live state of the game. Quill is going to be heading down towards the English lands, perhaps. And we do see Tommy securing sacred sites. So investing a lot of stone, but it is 100 gold a minute, right? Which isn't bad. And he's getting cannon towers? Or what? He's getting cannon towers here already? Obviously not going to be going for a sacred victory, right? But that's a big investment for them. That's a big investment. Ololo's going down here, the Battle Pope here. It looks like he got his relics and he's going to be fleeing the scene. The English did find their way in. And are the English going to prison shank that Imam? No, it looks like the Imam is going to get away. Walls being set up. Zero, thank you for becoming a channel member. Greatly appreciate it, and welcome to the Dukes of Haggard. Thank you for supporting the Old Man channel. We're creeping in, man. My birthday's coming up in July. I'm going to be 36, dude. The dreaded 4-0 is coming. Oh, and the ruler gets sniped. It got sniped? How did he snipe it? So blue gets the... Oh, he ran the king down here. Oh, the Roost player fed the king to blue. Wow, okay. So, the spite king feed, it was sent to the south. He didn't want orange or red to get it. And now Ezra gets nothing so far. So blue is actually at 300 population now, guys. That's going to get pretty crunk. All right, then. All right, then. But every day is my birthday. I know, I wish. Birthdays are kind of, you know, I like low-key birthdays. The older you get, you know, like when you're a kid, you probably want more exciting things. But now, the ideal birthday for me is like a feast. Just like a great feast of some sort. Like really good food. You're 40 and I... You know, when I was like 30, I predicted that I would be slowing down in RTS games, like my skill. But there's a certain category of RTS that is like Age of Empires, Total War, Company of Heroes, that you can be competitive even with slightly slower micro. You can be a high-level player. So I kind of gravitate towards those, and I haven't noticed a difference. As a matter of fact, I think I'm better at Total War now than I was 5 years ago. Yeah. I know, I've been missing all these regicides, dude. I know. Nomi, thank you for the 20. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Oh my god, and another one. Look at the backstab. The Byzantines rolling up in the Order of the Dragon base. And the ruler's where? Okay, we're going to keep tabs on this. I think he was in this keep. No, it looks like he wasn't. He's probably fleeing somewhere. But the Byzantines with a huge backstab up in the north. This game is getting into an absolutely crazy state. But that is brutal damage that Orange just took. Like, absolutely brutal damage. It's certainly not great for the old guy. But yeah, the Byzantine war machine is here. And they're trading very, very well into this Order army. As a matter of fact, taking out a keep. All the relics are empty. That was a disgusting backstab. Really, really foul backstab. Down in the south, we see Quill moving in. I don't know what Quill thinks he's going to do against a 300 population English player. But the English player is cackling. He's already got 2 kills here, and Quill is going to get Shadow Realm. There's Rebalquins here. If he decides to take the fight, he's going to lose it pretty bad. The Rebalquins start mowing down his front line. Look, he even puts up the palings. Not that he needs them, but it looks very cool. So that's what it's all about, baby. 0 buffs. Happy birthday, Turin. Love the content. Thank you for the Hyundai, dude. Thank you so much. That is way too generous, and I really, really hope that's just extra spending money for you, man. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Some good games today. We've had some really fun matches. The first game was unexpected, too, right? Like, the outcome of that was very unexpected. This one could be kind of similar as well. So it is going to be a hold for the Holy Roman Empire, but man, oh man, did they get smashed. They took a ton of damage. Down in the south, Quill has to run with his tail between his legs here as the English do drive him back. Honestly, if you're the English, do you just go for a wonder? You know, you're so far ahead on population, you could just kind of turtle right now. Ezra doing God knows what. Here he comes. Ezra probably going to go for the kill on Orange. Orange's ruler's where? So we're going to look at Tommy here, and we're going to see where he's hiding his king. Is it over here? No, it doesn't look like it. Now the Byzantines are back for round 2. That's a lot of Lehman tonight. I don't know why they're force pathing on that lumber camp. Probably just a bit of a misclick there. But yeah, eventually the attrition of the Byzantines will probably get the job done. And I suspect Ezra is going to come and try and snake the kill here. I don't know where his ruler is. It's not here. Oh, down here. Okay, so his ruler's in this keep right here, which I think Ezra is going to try and dogpile in and steal. Which makes sense. 0, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And again, I hope it's not too much for you. I always feel bad when people donate that much. Thank you, thank you. Blue said he was going to try and sign me as I tried to hide my king, and I just felt bad, so he didn't tell him. Yeah, got it, got it. Understood, Dandy. Yeah, Blue's inherited a couple kings here today. You know, the Roost King went to him. It's kind of interesting. The tactic of not being the aggressor, you're not antagonizing people, so maybe you get kings fed to you. I don't think it's a strategy you want to rely on, but it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. Now, are the Byzantines going to head back down with another big army? It's spearmen mostly. Ezra looks like he's going to go for the Lord Snipe. You know, Ezra could just steamroll this army and then go for the Lord Snipe. That would be the smarter play. Oh, the king's running again. We got Frederick Barbarossa heading to the Palace of Swabia. And Ezra is going to be forced back. He sees all the artillery. He doesn't want any of that smoke, and he will be retreating. So he runs back up to the keep, and it looks like the Regnitz Cathedral's back online. Really, really hard position for Orange. He's like sandwiched between a handful of very good players. Very welcome going to a great stream. I appreciate that, 0. Thank you, man. We're here for you, boss. You got to get in here and play, dude. All right. So bombards are going to be setting up shop. We do see a massive Dread Legion as Dark Hunter Ezra is going to be forming ranks and getting ready to charge in, but that's going to be a lot of mangonels. We will see. Truly a Last Samurai charge. I think Ezra maybe can penetrate through here. There's going to be a lot of artillery losses, and Ezra has really good micro here. Beautiful micro. He moves in and he attack moves every time to maximize the damage on the artillery. And that Order of the Dragon army gets the dirty. Now, they may be able to hold just because of their reinforcements being nearby, but that was a colossal one. And probably the Byzantines are going to come finish him off. It depends. You know, the king could be go to either player. Ezra really, really needs it. He hasn't gotten anything yet. And now we get blue coming in. He remembered Quill's transgressions. Quill does have the secret weapon of Mehmed II, the Ottoman Great Bombard. And yeah, he might be able to hold with those great bombos. He might be able to. Quill does have very high level micro too, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to hold against the vastly superior military. Currently 164 military for Sammy, and Quill is going to be sitting on 110, which is very good. Great bombards, if anything, will be the ones to be able to pull this out. So Whisper's base has fallen, and we do see the Greeks. They have gathered here at the gates. The Byzantines going to be using the Greek fire, preparing to penetrate in, and Ezra will be back soon. Ezra does not want to miss out on that kill. So Springald's going to be poking away, and what are they shooting at? Are they shooting at the armory here? He doesn't have any... Okay, I was about to say he doesn't have any heavy artillery, but here comes the trebuchets. Quill's going to be using a horseman flank, so he's probably going to get the Sipahi and ride to the east and then down to the south to try and hunt these down, I would wager. I suspect that's going to be his game plan. Archer's shooting away, and here comes the cavalry charge. They're going to be engaging against the English front line, which is going to be brutal. Springalds are focusing great bombards. Really good control here by Sammy. Very, very good control. And one great bombard is down, and there's only one left. This could be the end of the Ottomans. Although, what are the trebuchets shooting? They're just kind of shooting random shit. Okay, so it's not too bad. David, send a nuke on Pone's base. I will. Next time I play in a game where I'm capable of nuking Pone, and I will do it. I will do it. I'll do my best. Thank you, David. Greatly appreciate it. So here we see the Urbalquins shooting away, and they're going to be mowing it on down. Springald's pulling back here, and that is a lot of longbow fire, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of longbow fire. The Ottomans are holding valiantly, but I think the Urbalquins, it depends on the reinforcements. If the English get proper reinforcements coming in, they should be able to just end this, but the fact that they're not reinforcing their army and there's a constant wave of reinforcements coming out for Quill, it may be too much, but yeah, Urbalquins are a very good counter against these type of troops, that's for sure. I have Total War question. Norgamling's Ironbreakers, are they... they're viable in some matchups, yeah. They're niche, but I would say there are some matchups they're viable in. I'd have to think about it, but... Yeah. Like, against Khorne, I think they could be okay. Like, factions that don't have, like, brutal vortex magic, yeah, they could be okay. So, English pulling back, and we just see the base of Orange under just full siege. He's got his king hiding here. Ezra is on one side trying to get in with battering rams. The Byzantines are trying to get in on the other side. A lot of infrastructure being torched down. Tons of reinforcements on their way in as well. That's going to be a tough one, folks. That's going to be a very, very tough one. So the Rams are at the gates. Ezra's Rams are coming in on the other side. Who is going to get the king? This is a very big deciding play. Yellow has already gotten one king. So Yellow's supply cap is currently 250. Ezra's is only 200. This is a big play for Ezra. If Ezra does not get this king, he's going to be massively behind and could actually just lose a straight-up war to the Byzantines. Oh, I thought there was a fight going on here, but it's just villagers lumberjacking. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Ezra could actually run out of resources up here, too, on this little island. That's the downside of the island, right? All right, so the king is here, but he better get in there, dude. Ezra's going to go in there like a wrecking ball. He's got all his forces nearby. Currently, he's attacking the Palace of Swabia, but we do see cannon towers. And this is the sweet spot. This is what they call in the industry the money shot. They need to get in there. All right, so torches going down on the old tower. The cannon towers are the last bastion of defense, which are going to be destroyed by the Byzant memes. They get in there. They get the job done. A lot of reinforcements coming in. A lot of the battering rams. But he's got to fight harder for that. England is going for round 2. They didn't hear no bell. And Quill's economy is pretty terrible. 11 on food, 41 on wood. That's what she said. And yeah, he's got like no gold either. So Quill's definitely like if this continues in perpetuity, we're gonna see Sammy win this eventually. Quill will die. It's only a matter of time. Ezra's got the eyes on the building here. He sees it, but how does Yellow not know where that king is? Yellow should have his whole army right here, just waiting to get that king. Although the king could flee out of the gate here and feed to Ezra. We'll have to see. We will have to see. And the keep's hanging in there. Still shooting. It's the last thing. Does it have emergency repairs? It's on cooldown right now. The Greek fire trying to take down the walls. Byzantines really need to focus their efforts. They can't be distracted going down here. Like, none of this shit matters down here. You need to just be right up on this keep right now. Yeah, I also don't like feudal all-ins in FFA. I think you might get one kill, but it's not worth it. People are going to boom ahead of you. I think like Castle Age all-ins are better. Yeah. All right, so it's anyone's goodies right now. The Byzantine army is on the keep. Now, what you should do if you are the Byzantines is move up and surround the keep so the Holy Romans can't get an angle on it. We don't know where he's going to pop out. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. The kill is on the table. Who's going to have the better micro? And the king is there. Who's clicking it? And is it going to go to... It goes to Ezra. Wow. And Ezra had way less units there. That definitely should have been for yellow. But now they're equal. And there are 3 relics here, too. This is a big variable. If yellow gets the relics, that could help kind of lessen the blow of losing that king snipe there. But is another player falling? And we see Quill getting the fat sausage down here as well. Yes. Which is time. So the Trebuchets of Doom are going to be knocking down the Mehmed Imperial Armory, and that is going to be a big lifeline gone for the Ottomans, right? They don't really have gold. That's the one thing that's kind of keeping their economy afloat. So the Mehmed Armory has fallen. Now let's do inventory of their landmarks. We have the Mehmed Armory, Town Center, and I'm pretty sure the minaret was back here. So 1, 2, and then we have the Istanbul Observatory down here. Okay, so the English are just going landmark hunting, which is smart. Because it shouldn't be too hard to trebuchet these last 2 landmarks down. It really shouldn't. Although you got to protect those trebuchets, and I think that we are going to see Quill go for that, which is very, very smart. The trebuchets are going to move into the protection of the longbows, which they should be able to mow down those cavalry just in the sheer numbers that they're here. And now Ezra is going to be locked in civil war here, and Ezra does get first blood up in the north. A lot of villagers get annihilated. We don't see a good wall network here for yellow, so yellow could run into some issues there for sure. But the English continue to just dominate Quill. Quill, with good micro, he's trying to harass, do whatever he can. But Sammy has good micro, too. He's not leaving his trebuchets undefended, so a sign of a good player for sure. He's defending your artillery in these type of pushes. So now the town center is going to get it. X is going to give it to you. And England, they certainly know how to use trebuchets. One of their fortes. And we do see an offensive tower being built. Really good play. That's going to be augmenting the attack speed of the nearby English attackers. And are you going to get it? The Great Bombards are coming. The army here is respectable, but this army has friggin' 4 or 5 Rebalquins. It is nasty. The town center is going to pay the troll toll. Those villagers are probably going to get cut up, but it doesn't matter too much. Longbows can just kind of engage however they like at this point. And is Quill going to be trying to flank those trebs? I'm not sure. The town center is dead. Now you just need to get the twin minaret, and that's going to be all she wrote for the forces of the Ottomans and Quill. Quill paying paying for his early feudal sins. Obviously, the English player just went straight to Imperial and didn't really get set back at all. Even for Ottomans, I think Ottomans should just rush Imperial and then steamroll people, right? When you have those great bombards, it's probably the play. So Ezra is going to be duking it out up top versus yellow, and Ezra is a very, very scrappy player. I don't know about his 1v1 capabilities. I know he's pretty good, but man, in FFA, he definitely plays very high level. And he can compete with Conqueror players for sure, even if he isn't in 1v1. It's going to be very strong. We see a lot of barracks being set up here. Forward siege infrastructure. Yellow kind of on the back foot. And also, ooh, look at the green trade. 100 trade to pop here for Quill. That's nice, but it ain't going to save you, boss. The trebuchets do get taken down. It's going to take the English quite some time to muster another army here perhaps, but they do have a lot of units coming in. Yeah, forward infrastructure. Very good play here by Sammy. That's how you can tell somebody's really going for the kill and not just doing like an exploratory mission is when they do that. Quill's eco right now is at 66. A lot of that's tied up in his trade, which is probably going to be killed. Ezra is pressuring the Holy Roman Empire, the Byzantines very hard. So the last vestiges of Rome's legacy stands firm in the north corner of the map. Will it be enough? Find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Nemitz and I, Varangian Guard. They're going to form ranks and do some glorious combat here. As far as defenses here, we do have some keeps and some static mangonel emplacements, which will be pretty useful on the defense. I think Byzantines can hold, but Ezra is going to be going pedal to the metal. Trading is pretty even at this point. Quill, it's only a matter of time before he dies. He's got 1 landmark left. Is he repairing? He is. He has a couple of villagers trying to set up farms again down here, trying to get some farming economy, because Quill has 160 frickin' food, which is very bleak, and his military is only 38. The English should move in they should come in like a wrecking ball. They're going to Miley Cyrus him pretty hard here. All right, so there they go. And up in the north, the war continues. Ezra with really, really good harrying micro here in the back. So This is a big part about attacking. You always want to kind of splinter your force a little bit and send some forces to go harass people's farms and eco. Those are the little things that in an even battle make you win it. Ezra's got 36,000 food, and this player has 15,000. So not that it's going to be a huge deal right away, but eventually it could be. So Ezra's going to be gathering his forces. He's got his bombards and should be able to get the push going here. Green trade still going north to south. That's one thing that's going to keep him alive for a hot moment. And yeah, you could just like steamroll all these TCs and take all that out. There's no reason not to. That's being repaired. The twin minaret is almost dead. Istanbul Observatory is dead, but it's being repaired. So how are the English going to approach this? Quill is fighting tooth and nail, but the English have so many units. They have so many units. I mean, they should be able to just take him out. They should be able to. I think men-at-arms spam is always good too. They're really hard to get rid of. The English men-at-arms with their battle-clad having 5 armor, like 10 armor is pretty nuts on the full plate that they get. It's pretty insane. Alright, so the English army is being harassed by Quill. Quill's basically just trying to buy time for his repairs, which is very smart. He's like just having a distraction force over here, which is actually his whole military. A couple villagers going to get taken out by longbows. Now the trebuchet is going to get into the town center again and probably put that thing in the trash can. Now, will the Byzantines be able to take on the full fury of Ezra? Ezra does have a lot of relics, and I think he wins this. Because the Byzantine army is good. He's got the olive oil going. But Ezra has like 6 or 7 relics, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he got the relics from this fight. Let's see. Oh, no, some of them actually did go to the Byzantines. Byzantines got the 2 relics, but Ezra still has 4 or 5. Which is a crazy amount of passive gold, right? And he's currently sitting on, he's got 1,600 gold, passive gold income. A lot of bombards, a lot of mangonels. It's going to be a hard one for the Byzantines to hold. Quill, in the meantime, looking pretty dead. He is almost got the Istanbul Observatory repaired. The trebuchet slow pushes on its way in, and Quill's army is just kind of harrying on the outside, but it's going to be attacked by horsemen here. Horsemen could just attack in, although a lot of those are actually sipahi and spear, so you don't want to take that fight, probably. The twin minaret is going to be next up on the docket. Just got to make sure to protect your trebuchets. And the twin minaret is paying the troll toll here. And then the Istanbul Observatory has been repaired. So that's going to have to be destroyed again. But once it's destroyed, that is going to be the end of Sir Quill. He is moving down to go after the trebuchets once again. The twin minaret does pay the price. But maybe Quill gets those trebs. Maybe he does. Where are those horsemen going? Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to kill traders. 4 more units on the way in, and we are going to see a partial defense of the trebuchets. They're going after the Istanbul Observatory. 1 more volley will probably do it in. Yeah, 1, 2, this landmark's destroyed. They get another volley. Villager's going to try and sneak by and get a bit of a ninja repair, but it's not going to matter. I think the men-at-arms probably get this. Yeah, man, Quill is scrapping very hard, though. He's really trying to win this. He's trying to stay in there. And the English player is microing all over the place. Got a lot of horsemen here doing not sure what. Maybe he's going to try and kill these traders to cut Quill off. Stalemate here. This is going to be a duel of fates. These guys are going to be fighting until the sun and stars die out. These 2 blood feuds. We have the Rus mercenaries and the English mercenaries backing up the Byzantines, and the Byzantines battling against the Holy Romans, early Germans. And the Istanbul Observatory is going to be getting attacked by a fair amount of infantry. Villagers going to be hemorrhaging. Great Bombards are going to be taken down by the big breakfast boys. They got their spoons breakfast ready to go, and that is going to be a second Great Bombard falling. And yeah, now you just need to kill the observatory and you get it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't know why he's delaying. There are 11 villagers repairing that landmark. Very, very scrappy play here from Quill, but Quill basically has 8 military units. And he surrenders. Alright, so now it's a matter of finding his ruler, right? Quill's ruler is not here, not here. Is it down here somewhere? I don't know where his ruler went. Maybe he was camping up in the north somewhere. Well, anyways. Yeah, blue, able to secure the advantage. Now blue's going to start cackling. The blue player is silver? Well, he played very well for a player who's Silver League. I have to say that. Making sure the king can't escape, yeah. Yeah, I would say for a silver player, he's playing like an absolute champion. And still playing like an absolute champion regardless of rank. Up in the top, Ezra is getting the momentum. Good horseman raids. And the food is still pretty good for the Byzantines, but they are going to still be taking some casualties here in the back. But Ezra really does have him on the back foot, right? He's really, really back here being harried pretty hard. And Ezra's got that sweet forward military infrastructure. Could be a little bit more. And blue needs to just secure cross-map trade now, probably. Although you are English. What's the wonder situation look like for Sammy? Oh, shit. Sammy can drop a wonder. Oh, my God. Okay. All right, then. That changes things. Sammy could just straight up wonder, and he does have a good natural wood line, so that's what she said. Right here wouldn't be a bad spot. Yeah, that would not be a bad spot at all. Horsemen still raiding into the base as we're doing some nice raids. The Byzantines are holding very well, though. Is this player one of our community players, the Bombard guy? And is he just playing under a different name? I wonder if he is. Yeah, the fact that Ezra's population is so much lower, right? Sammy's at 300, and this player is at 250. And Sammy should be up to even more now, right? If you got the kill on that Quill Lord right there. Not sure. Not sure at all. Blue should just snipe Ezra. It's easier said than done. You could. Ezra is like across the river, though, so it's a little bit of a tall order. He does have a lot of infrastructure, and he could start producing right away. Byzantines are forcing back the Holy Romans, but they are progressively losing ground. He's probably going to lose this fight. His gold income is pretty much non-existent, so all of his armies are basically just Lehmantonai, and he's facing gold armies. He's facing hand cannoneers, launch-necked, and as well as mangonels and siege equipment. Ezra building literally siege equipment or siege infrastructure right in front of his base. So that's going to be pretty savage as well. Those villagers do pull back and avoid the Mangonel Tower. The dreaded Lehmantonai Streltsy army. The olive oil is the only thing that's keeping this army afloat. Otherwise, Ezra, is trading very well. And the fact that he's got 240 supply, that's really big. His army is bigger than Ezra, so he's able to trade well. And what are the English going to do now? They're probably just going to kind of, chill out a little bit, enjoy the spoils of victory. That's for sure. Ezra's gold-based army is winning the fights, just barely. But the military number is staying really high for yellow because of the fact that he got kills early. And Ezra actually did get one kill. That's right. So Ezra's army is the same size. I forgot about that. He did get this kill here in the middle. So he's chilling in there pretty good. He's going to get back into the farms. A very good defense, though. Very, very good defense so far. But a lot of battering rams are going to be on their way in. We do get trebuchets going after the Golden Horn Tower. And the villagers are being harried in the fields. Ezra's 27-16 for basic resources, and yellow is 10-7. So in terms of just like a pure war of attrition, it's definitely going a little bit better for Ezra. And after this, it probably just becomes Ezra versus Blue. Blue needs to take advantage of this map control and get some fat Iraq trade going or something like that. There needs to be some sort of an incentive here. He's got a big army. That's for damn sure. He could move up and just 2v1 Ezra. That would actually be a smart play. If he allies with yellow to go after Ezra. Oh, Sammy with the steel chair wonder, baby. And Ezra immediately pulls back. Immediately pulls back. Oh, yeah, dude. Let's go. He has no walls around this thing. There's like huge openings, right? No, it looks like he's walled. Okay. So Sammy, the Chad Wonder. All right. I respect that. And these guys are still fighting. I don't think they noticed the Wonder yet, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they did. I think Ezra really wants that kill. He wants it so freaking bad. But he's going to be denied. It's going to be dangled in front of him. You guys remember that old like commercial? I forget like what brand it was or what commercial, but there was a commercial where there's like this like couple like shopping in a store. It's like a clothing store. And then there's like an old man with a fishing pole and he's like dangling money in front of him and they like reach for it and he pulls it away. I forget. It's one of my favorite commercials. It's so stupid. And he's like, oh, almost had it there, or something like that. I can't remember. It's like from the early 2000s. But I feel like that's what just happened. Like, yellow was dangling the money in front of Ezra, and he just couldn't get it. The Chad Wonder, yeah, this is a hard defense, too. Ezra is going to have to mobilize down there, and it's going to take the players plenty of time to mobilize. The Wonder is at, 14 minutes, so they have a little bit of time to gather. Ezra does have a forward operating base right here as well. And it is time. It is time indeed. Yeah. It's you have to be quicker than that one. Is it a guy? Yeah, State Farmer. It's like one of those. You have to be quicker than that. I think that's what it was. Ooh, gotta be quicker than that. Yeah, that commercial just makes me laugh so hard. I don't know why. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's really good. Layers of walls, good stuff, dude. I'm loving Sammy MP's play here. Sammy's like old faithful this game, dude. Yeah, more layers of walls, be as annoying as possible. Yellow is so beat up that he might not be able to help. So for Sammy, this could just be a 1v1 versus Ezra, since yellow is just like pushed back so freaking hard. I mean, yellow's still 250 supply, I guess. He could send down his spears, but the problem is he doesn't have gold for siege, so he's not going to be able to get through the walls effectively. Yeah, you guys know the one I'm talking about with the dollar bill. Yeah. So blue is cackling. He's building a lot of walls. I love these like kind of walls. It's a man after my own heart here. This is great. So he's setting up his wall network. He's gonna be chortling to himself as Ezra has to push through. So Ezra's gathering his armies, but Ezra does not have a ton of siege. I guess he's got rams. But like the English player's army is like very erect. It's like it's not like he's weak. He could probably crush Ezra's armies one-on-one, depending on how his micro goes. And getting horsemen out and just like chasing siege down while they're moving to your base is a really good tactic as well. It's pretty good. That seems like something that would be so funny. Imagine just like doing that as like an old man. Just like when I feel like when I'm like 70, I'm just gonna like sit in a park, sit in like a bench downtown, like dressed like a fisherman and do shit like that. That would be so funny. Yeah, here they come though. You get legions of horsemen gathering, and they'll be able to, you know, be a bit of a distraction. 12 minutes left on the Wanderer, guys, and Yellow is still yet to mobilize. Yeah, Yellow's building rams to come help the Cherasiphones, but the problem is they cost gold. Byzantine rams are not free. Well, wood. Not that wood is free, but it's pretty close to it, right? Whereas these things cost gold, so it's going to be a little bit more of an issue for him. So he's going after the battering rams. Nice. Really good play by Sammy, dude. He's doing Silver League proud right now, that's for damn sure. He's hunting down the rams before they can get to the base, and he should kill this. The forward infrastructure being set up, that's like a huge power play here. Ezra coming down with some units. The walls are being built, just annoying walls, and just, you know, blockades everywhere for the English. And all the rams were killed by those horsemen. I think not all of them. It looks like a couple of those did get by. Yeah. In the meantime, though, the English army stands at the ready, and Ezra's forces are kind of probing the defenses, seeing if there's any weaknesses. But there sure as hell ain't going to be any easy angles to get through here. That is for damn sure. A lot of elite knights going to be coming out, and honestly, yeah, just do battle with these guys. You're going to be able to win that. So Sammy's supply is 350. Oh, that's so thick. That is a thick supply there. Ezra has got to be at 250, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. 100 more population here for the English defender. And now the Byzantines are going to be on their way down. Like, with proper control, blue should win this. You could still lose it, which would be rough. You know, obviously, maybe your opponents are a little bit more experienced than you, but with that population advantage, you should win this. It should not be a victory for anybody else. Oh, you think Yellow would help with Wonder or seek vengeance? Oh, he's coming to help with the Wonder. Yeah, he is. It's just he's very beat up and he had no gold income, so he's got his work cut out for him. So the English arm. Oh my God! Wait, no, you cannot get through there, can you? No frickin' way. If you get through those woods, that would be such a meme. Because the Wonder doesn't even have walls. That's a really big mistake by Blue. Oh my God, Blue's positioning. Just fight, just fight. There you go, you're good. All right. Oh my God, is he gonna lose the Wonder? How is this Wonder not walled back here, dude? That's like, come on, Sammy, you're playing so well, but except that part. That's like very Bronzodia. Okay, the Rams are gonna be headed off by the English defenders. He's very lucky. He needs to wall his Wonder, dude. Delete these stupid farms. You don't need them anymore. What is he? 57,000 food? Yeah, you're good. Delete these farms and build walls around this Wonder. This is like he's playing extremely well except in that regard. That's very, very not good. Ezra gets karate chopped. Ezra kind of looking a little bit dejected, like he's not going to try. Who knows, though? The Wonder's at 9 minutes and 58 seconds. The Byzantine army is going to be arriving soon. Byzantines need to bring some villagers down there. Just bring all these villas and build some infrastructure here. Like at least siege workshops and barracks so you can get Lehman and I plus the Cherasiphones. Looking at the olive, he's got a fair amount of olive oil, about 2,700, enough to make some good units. Yeah, dude, you need to wall that. Please, please, Sammy. If you're watching this back later, you're doing great. You're awesome. This is all you need to change, dude. That's all you need to do. You just need to change that, and then you would be an absolute Terminator. Okay, Ezra is gathering forces. He is trying. Ezra probably needs to get a critical mass of mangonels of his own. And now the blue player is going to be maneuvering here and looking to intercept the Byzantine army, which is running into his gate network. 9 minutes left on the Wonder. Sammy looking pretty good. Dude, come on, please. Please wall this. Yes! Yes! That's my boy! You're my boy, Blue! Let's get it. Wall that. Wall it now. Like, that's gonna... I bet you that will be the difference between him winning and losing. It's gonna come down to that in the end. Alright, so the Spearman army, the Lehman and I are here, but there's a shit ton of longbows. They should be able to take them apart pretty well. And a lot of... Oh, no! He moved his villagers and didn't notice where he put them. Oh, those villagers are gonna get owned. That feels bad. That was probably who he was gonna build forward infrastructure with. So at this point, it's basically just going to be Ezra. Ezra could lumberjack through here, but I don't think he has the time. There's also another layer of walls there. Yes, you're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. That's so good. Look at that, dude. He's learned. He's evolving. Chad. And he steamrolls the Byzantine army. No surprises. They need to coordinate their attacks together, that's for sure. Ezra is going to be destroying these roost buildings, probably to build his own infrastructure here, I would wager. He's just trying to make a little bit of room. And the Byzantine army does get karate chopped. And they're going to be heading back to the base. There's not much reason to stay out here, although there is a lot of siege infrastructure. Probably send all your horsemen north to explore, but he's just going to head back and deal with red, which is smart. Looking at the Wonder Tracker, we're at 7 minutes and 53 seconds, so really not a lot of time. And how much stone do we have here for Blue? Not much. Okay, so he couldn't really do much in the way of... Please finish these walls properly, though. You need to wall this area, because Ezra is good enough that if he like gets in here, like just breaks through here, he's going to run straight for the Wonder. Although there are 2 layers of walls here, so he might be okay. But 3 layers is the sweet spot. Now, what are you doing? Don't build towers there. No. Wall it. Wall it. You're doing so good. Come on, man. And just delete that mill, too. All right, so the Rams are on their way over. Ezra clearing out space. Yellow's going to be trickling down with the massive army. It's like the 13th Warrior. Remember when the line of fire coming down from the mountain? That is such a cool movie, 13th Warrior. It's based on a book by, I think, Michael Crichton, Eater of the Dead. Yeah, pretty savage stuff. All right, so mangonel shots, nuking away into Ezra's siege, and Ezra going to be losing a lot of siege here before he gets the opportunity to push. And the English player should definitely split his army in 2. Probably. I think he's got big enough forces. At this point, not yet. But when he starts to get pressured by the Byzantines, he should. Got more walls coming out. And he's got a lot of towers here. But no, this is he needs to wall this. This is so rough. Horsemen are just going to pour in here like it's nobody's business. Okay, there you go. Well, he's getting walls, but they're not like... They're weird walls. Yeah, they're weird. Like, the towers aren't going to help you, really. You don't have stone to build fortifications. At the very least, though, he's keeping the enemy's siege away, which is pretty big. And we see a lot of troops here. They need to come back and defend these longbows. And, yeah, now he's splitting his army, which is good. You don't want to let either player get through the initial layer of walls, right? You don't want to let that happen. Longbows being taken apart by the horsemen. The spearmen and men-at-arms are able to get the job done there as well. Yeah, it's a good book, and it's the movie was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Those are they? Oh, it looked like they were using crossbows for a second. The villagers. I was like, what the hell? Okay, the longbows actually defeat those guys, and now there's a couple battering rams coming in. Should be dispatched by the defenders pretty rapidly. And here, yellow's going to get intercepted. Definitely overkill. Probably pull some of these back and defend against the battering rams coming in. Looks like the troopers are going to be retreating back right there. And yes, battle continues. Looking at the Wonder Tracker, we got 5 minutes and 28 seconds. It's still a little bit dodgy, to be honest. The fact that he doesn't have his Wonder walled properly is giving me massive anxiety. He needs to really wall that. Like, you could creep walls down here and probably wall this fully. Because, like, if anybody breaks through, these haggard-ass towers are not going to help at all. They'll give you an attack speed buff on the defense, but that's pretty much it. So here we do see the armies engaging here. And Ezra's forces are still, you know, just being headed off. Making a little bit of progress, but blue has 350 supply. That is just so freaking thick. Yeah, it's very, very thick. And we see the Byzantine attackers, the mangonels blasting away, but the artillery advantage should be in the favor of Sammy. As Sammy is going to continue to push him back. If Sammy could actually get some, like, rams up here and clear all this out, that'd be pretty big. But even still, if the mangonels should shoot the Streltsy, that's pretty fat. And it looks like they're going to rip some shots into the enemy mangonels, but the Streltsy close the distance, and a very good fight for the Byzantines. A very good fight, actually. They kill a shit ton of the English artillery here. Granted, they're taking casualties of their own. Now, on this side, Ezra making a little bit of progress. His Steel Legion is getting there, but a huge defense force. Do we have Berkshire nearby, too? Where's Berkshire Palace? There's got to be a Berkshire. Or did he go for Windguard? Oh, shit, he went for Windguard? Okay, interesting. He should be spamming out of Windguard right now. He's not, which is a mistake, because Windguard units are good. Definitely just make the Windguard footmen. Just kind of pump those jams if you can. So yeah, stalemate fight here. Ezra really just making low-tier siege. The Byzantines are stifled. Their push is thwarted here by the dreaded Lord of Silver League. He's doing great, man. He's doing great. And looking at the Wonder Wind, we currently have another 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Ezra trying to lumberjack through, which is a good idea. I do like that a lot. These villagers need to get busy, though. They need to be active. There they go. All right, lumber camp coming in. That would be a pretty good angle on it. Granted, he would still have a couple layers of walls to get through. And lumberjacking does take some time. Oh, there's wolves in the woods! The wolves! Yeah, look at that. The bitey infantry. Man, that is a legion of English. A legion. And he is winning on both fronts for now. But the question is, how long can he maintain this? His gold is running a little bit low. And his wood is also quite low. He should probably get all of his food villagers and switch them onto lumber. If he has lumber laying around, just to make sure he can at least produce longbows and spears and horses. But yeah, the big fight, it continues. Ezra is grinding, but he has taken the L on most of these fights. And on the other side, a good tactical retreat here is a good idea, although he looks like he's going to take the fight here. He does get some nice bombards. But the Lehman tonight will probably overwhelm the siege position, which is unfortunate. If he could have retreated the siege behind the walls, it would have been exponentially more useful, but sadly they're just going to get taken apart here. And we see the mangonels going down, and the Byzantines actually end up winning their front. But it took some sweet time. Ezra's lumberjacking operation is in progress, but probably not going to be quick enough. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. If you're blue, you probably just Helm's Deep it back now. Although chasing Ezra back to the river is not a bad idea. Ezra is definitely losing ground. The English army just massively outnumbering the Holy Roman attackers. Massively attacking or outnumbering them. It's pretty ludicrous. And down here we do see yellow. He's cruising. He's got his mangonels, and not much though. Like, it's going to take him a while to get through just stone walls. So I think, yeah, just keeping Ezra at bay is the play. And dude, look at this legion of the English, dude. These guys are straight out of spoons. They're probably voting for Brexit here, and they're ready to party. They're going to move in, start taking down some of those men-at-arms. Oh, good play, dude. Sammy definitely plays better than Silver League, I gotta say. He's like siege hunting, which is a very not easy thing to do when you're being attacked on two fronts, dude. He didn't hear no bell. He's going to score some goals for England, dude. Let's get it. So the horsemen are here, and we do see yellow gathering up, preparing to push. A lot of longbows, a lot of men-at-arms. No way they're getting there in time. 1 minute and 28 seconds. And I think that's going to be it. I don't think they can physically get there in time. It's just going to take too long. Ezra, though, lumberjacking like an absolute Chad. You guys like that one? I thought that was good. Actually, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good one. The very first place I ever went to in England was Wetherspoons. I didn't know its reputation. It was the very first thing I ever experienced in UK in English culture was Wetherspoons. You know? Yeah. All right, so they're going to be gathering up here, and we see a lot of villagers trying to get through the trees. Ezra's last desperate attempt. But yeah, the English are just too thick, dude. Their food bank, massive. Byzantines not going to be able to make a ton of progress. We do see some defenders sallying forth to stop the breach here. Sammy just needs to hold for 33 seconds, and yeah, there's no way, man. There's no way. It's time. Let the Nurglings feast. Sammy MP with the steel chair, taking the win off some very good opponents. So shout out to you, Sammy. You played a great game. You did England proud. And yeah, that's going to be it. We got a couple seconds left here. 8 seconds left on the timer. England trying. Ezra almost through the tree line, but not quite able to get there. Yeah. Wetherspoons is like a pub/restaurant chain in the UK. Yeah. It's kind of like Denny's, honestly. It reminds me of Denny's in America, but with more of an alcohol focus. Yeah. All right, guys. GG, well played. Sammy has gotten it done. For England, James. So, I would normally do another game, but my mom is visiting from out of town, so she's going to be here shortly. So I got a jam. But if you guys want more Sweaty Age of Empires here on the channel, do drop a like before you leave. That helps me gauge what you guys are interested in. I kind of compare it to other streams, and that helps me determine what we're going to be doing. So that's it. You guys take care of yourselves. Adios. Do widzenia. Thank you again for the donation. Really, really generous ones coming in earlier, as well as our new channel members. Appreciate it. And that is going to be it for tonight. For England, James, good FFAs. Certainly some unexpected victors, which made for quite a bit of fun. Adios, and see you guys around.